So good evening. Good evening. We are back again, 2 days late. The Wi-Fi is back again. No signings are back again. And big up to everyone locked in. The transfer window is going to slam shut next Monday. Next Tuesday. We obviously have Aston Villa on Monday. We beat Coventry comfortably. Watched Man United get destroyed. Watched Tottenham get destroyed. Watched Man City scramble a win. Liverpool scramble a draw. And Chelsea hanging on for dear life. However, we still have a lot of players at this football club that we haven't got rid of yet. And the World Cup was the reason. Well, that finished over a month ago. So, yeah, it is what it is. We're seeing other clubs making moves while we're kind of not really doing anything. Anyways, make sure you sub to all the lads. The links will be in the description. In the comment section shortly. And DJ, how are you, mate? How's your summer been? It's been a long time, mate.
All good. The summer's been hot. It's been a bit sort of hit and miss really this summer. I've had better summers, but it's been okay. Nice to get the 3 points against Coventry. Coventry kind of, they tried to play a little bit of football against us, but there was such a golfing class. So yeah, quite impressive again with certain individuals' performances, which was good, and then others which was sort of okay. But apart from that, we've got the Alvarez things now. We've had the Vinny Jr. all summer. Now we've got the Alvarez now, which in my eyes ain't going to happen. So yeah, apart from that, all good. Pleasure to be on the show, Lee, with the brilliant chat, and everyone else absolutely good.
Ah, bless up, man. Matty, how are you, man? How you been?
Good, brother. Glad to be back. Glad to be back with the guys. Glad to be back with JB. Good start to the weekend. Good start to the season. But as we all know, this is just week one. There's a long way to go in this league. It is a marathon and not a sprint. So still a lot of work to do. As JB said, some individuals did well. Some might need to be sold before next Tuesday. Probably won't happen, but I can name a few that might need to be sold by next Tuesday. And then there's a few that's on payroll that need to be moved regardless of the fact. So still a lot of work to do. Interesting weekend in the Premier League. Enjoyed some good football. Me and Kenny talked this weekend. Yeah, Brighton, Brentford. It's refreshing to see teams that don't mind going forward, playing football the proper way. And glad to be here, man.
Yeah, happy days, man. Happy days. Kenny, how are you, mate? How you been?
I've been good. I've been good. It's been a good summer, as you know. I enjoyed the World Cup thoroughly. We've got a lot to discuss. At the moment, I've just managed to sort of like have a shower because I got in the ring with a few people, spiritually and probably electronically. Apparently, people took exception to my views on Ian Wright, and we're going to discuss that. And some Chelsea fans weren't happy with my views on Nicholas Jackson and Pedro. I said Nicholas Jackson is probably more effective than Pedro. I won't say that again. But I can't wait to this podcast. I'm sure you're going to talk about Martinelli, talk about Ian Wright. But one thing I will say, Martinelli overachieved at Arsenal. He overachieved. And we're about to find out why I'm saying that when we discuss this. But he's overachieved.
We might as well start there, Kenny. Take it away. We're all ears.
Right, I'm going to read something that I put on my Instagram story. And this is going to be a discussion. It's very provocative, but I'm seeing I've been cancelled around already. Doesn't really matter. Right, basically I'm going to say, this is what I wrote. Sorry. Hasn't he gone yet? In all seriousness, Martinelli overachieved with us. He was never elite. He had Theo Walcott vibes. Run, Forrest, run.
Theo Walcott vibes about the finishing.
Theo Walcott.
All right. This is my viewpoint of Martinelli. First and foremost, Martinelli, just like Theo Walcott, probably won't get into the great 100 players ever played for us. He certainly wouldn't get into the greatest 50, the 50 greatest players we ever had. But if you talk about moments involving Arsenal in the last, 100 great moments, Martinelli be in there because on the back of his goal against Chelsea, the goal against Real Madrid, just like Theo Walcott, and probably like the dibbly-dobbly Trossard. But I'm telling you now, Gabriel Martinelli overachieved at Arsenal in terms of what he achieved, staying in the team. Because when we got him, he was a raw player. We only got him for £6 million. He wasn't playing in the top position in Brazil. He was very raw. He had to learn the game and teach himself, like the basics about the game. Yes, he was a street footballer, but it was all a mess. And for him to last 7 years at Arsenal, win the league title, be involved in a Champions League final, that's overachieving, because of players like Gabriel Martinelli with that ability and that inability to grasp simple tactics and inability to grasp his position, that's overachieving for me. It's completely overachieving. I think, to be honest, I couldn't wait for him to go. I've been calling for his sacking for a long time. Last 2 years, I've been digging him out, and I don't care who listens. For 3 years, if we're now in the third year since our manager, our dear coach, tried to get Modric. Forget about Modric, how it went at Chelsea. The fact is, the message was Martinelli is not good enough at left wing. For the last 2 years, we've been saying we need to upgrade our left-hand side. Well, who plays there? Gabriel Martinelli. So why is there all sorts of sentiment? Oh, we don't want it to go. We want to keep all our players because we want to be involved in 4 tournaments. One, you're talking rubbish. Second, you don't understand football finance. Cost squad ratio. We're not messing squad cost ratio. We're not messing around. Arsenal got to sell players just like Man City is selling players. Liverpool's selling players a lot. And that's for Ian Wright. I think you should mind your own business. When we need an uncle, and maybe some South London wants to, sign for the football club. Well, yeah, we'll give you a call. Yeah, we make you feel part of it. But when we don't need your input, just keep your mouth shut. Mind your own business. Stop this nonsense and causing all sorts of nonsense. And read the room. Everyone's at peace with the fact Martinelli's leaving. Probably with the exception of Martinelli. Stop listening to gossip from players. I know certain players in the football club, and I know a couple of them are England internationals who are calling you and whinging about this. How about telling them to concentrate on this season and try and concentrate on retaining the title and maybe win the European Cup, or actually achieve more than 22% possession in the European Cup? Tell them to concentrate on that. How about doing that, Ian, rather than stick your nose in? And one last thing. Before Ian Wright came to the club, we had Chris Huggy White, Raphael Mead, Gus Caesar, Viv Anderson, Brendan Batson. I supported Arsenal through them. Don't need you, mate, to support Arsenal. So you don't speak for me. So just put your manners back in, Ian. Put them back in, please.
Well said, mate. I agree. Yeah, the fact of reality is, it's none of his fucking business how we get rid of a player. Yeah, everyone universally wanted this guy gone, pretty much. That was one thing as a fan base we pretty much all agreed on, is getting rid of him. Yeah, then all of a sudden, right, he's on Sky Sports chatting absolute fucking rubbish. Yeah, and now everyone, the treatment of Martinelli, the treatment. All right, cool. When he was on less than fucking 50 quid a week in 4th division of football in Brazil and went straight to 30 grand a week, is that badly treated? This club's changed his whole life. Yeah, and now he's on 180 grand a week and about to be on 325 grand tax-free. Yeah, the guy's absolutely made it, and fair play to him. Yeah, but at the same time, they're going on like we're losing fucking Thierry Henry. Like, let's just be real with it. Yeah, when Martinelli came to this club, I was like, whoa, we got a player here. Yeah, but unfortunately, he ain't lived up to the hype. And whether that's him, he got comfortable, or whether that's the manager that we've got, the manager that he's worked under with Unai before, right? Because Unai had him as a striker, and he was banging goals when he first come here. Yeah, and he's had a good season in terms of personally with 15 goals. Ultimately, he scored 1 league goal last season to equalise against Man City at home. Yeah, 1 fucking league goal. It helped us win a league, so we don't care. Yeah, but people are going on like this guy was like, oh my God, and oh, it's amazing. Oh, the treatment. Okay, cool. You didn't give a shit about the treatment of other players when they've left this football club, did you? About Aubameyang, yeah, who actually turned up and scored and won us a final. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Didn't care then, did they? Didn't care that Norgard's left. I see somebody the other day tweet out, and all the comments were, oh, it's disgusting. Like saying, oh, we could have brought him on for 10, 15 minutes against Coventry to give him a farewell. He's not a cult hero. He's a legend. I'm like, are these idiots just doing it to wind people up? Like, honestly. And all the comments going, oh, it's out of order, it's disgusting. But we've seen bigger and better players leave this football club than Gabriel Martinelli. Yeah, well done. Thanks for helping us win a title. Thanks for helping us get to a Champions League because you scored a few goals in that. Ultimately, when it really mattered, you didn't.
What did you say they said? They called him? What did you say that one more time? Say what did they call him?
Legend. Legend.
Let that sink in, pal. Just
legend, mate. This is where we're at. Yeah, they get so sentimental. Oh, Granite, we want you to stay. Oh, Granite's redemption mark. No, fuck off, man. Yeah, these players are not good enough. Yeah, and trust me, next summer you're going to see some more of your favourites leave as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could have swore we talked about this last weekly. I could have swore we talked about that. There's going to have to be sacrifices, and people are going to have to be moved out of this club, and people are going to have to adjust. Kenny has been banging that drum on Martinelli for like the last 4 years, 3 or 4 years.
Taking pelters.
And you're talking about me and Lee are two of the most ardent Martinelli supporters. And even we was like, yeah, you know what? I think it's about that time. There's two ways to look at this whole situation. One for me, when he came into the team, everybody in unison looked, it's like, yeah, this is a pretty good player here. Kenny touched on it when he was talking there. He was raw when he got here. Has he improved since he's now leaving the club? Has he improved at all? He's regressed. Now I can go and point when Unai had him and when Arteta had him. I don't know how many times I've told people with this manager, I need him to buy players like Solis, players that can do the basics, that he doesn't have to try to mold that player to get him to the next level. People are not going to like what I'm about to say. Lee might not even like it. Kenny knows what's coming. We've got a player in this team right now that's young, impressionable. We all think he's going to be the next big thing. I implore this football club to let Max Diamond go alone this year if you're not going to play him. Because I don't want us having this same discussion in 4 to 5 years about that young man, because Martinelli came into the scene the same way, and we watched how he regressed. He came in one way, he's leaving another way. We have to have a serious discussion about the development of our younger players at this football club. We have to start having a discussion about this. We spent this whole panel spent a whole 2 years raising hell about Lewis Skelly coming off a left back and going into the middle of the field. And what do you see now? What do you see? We would how can you do that? What does this yank know? All of this stuff. And what do you see now? What do you see?
Matty, I was told that Arteta was a genius for turning him into a left back, and I said he'll never be a left back. He's a midfield player. He should never be anywhere near the left back position. Well, you know nothing. What do you know? You've just got an agenda against the manager. He's a genius. What
did you say last season? Me and him and Kenny said on a show last season, right before the season started, Ethan Smith-Rowe will no longer be part of this manager's plan. Oh, you're crazy. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all
When he got the new deal, Matty, when he got the new deal, I came out. I was one of the first ones to come out and said he's been sold down the river. He's been sold a dream. That 5-year, that contract he's had is all PR stunt. That guy has got no future at this football club. Oh, you don't know. They've just given him a new contract. I said, it means nothing. It's a PR thing. They've got no intention.
Keep him quiet. Sorry, if he don't get game time, he's on 80 grand a week.
Exactly. There's two players. Go on, Matty. Yep. I'll get on to the Martin. What I think about the Martinelli thing.
Yep. Martinelli. One goal. I sat here last year. We were going through these numbers. JB, we spent over 4 hours on your channel going through these numbers. One goal.
Yeah, I know.
And you got people at this. Oh man, how are we letting this player go? He's overstayed his welcome. Y'all know how it is when y'all have that one guy that's at your house to come visit. He doesn't know when to leave. He's like, wish he shut up so I can go, so he can leave my house. I'm tired of talking to him. This is Martinelli. That's Martinelli. Hey man, you like the guy? He's a great guy, cool. You might hang out with him, but he's like, damn man, it's time to go. Don't you need to go home? It's time to go home. You know, that's Martinelli. He's overstayed his welcome. He's not the only one, by the way. He's not the only one that's overstayed his welcome. But we're gonna deal with him today. Then brother Ian, if any player knows when it's time to be moved on, who knows what it feels like. This is where I would say to him, Kenny. This is where you should be an uncle to him and help him realize this is just part of the game. There are no more, listen, people, there's no more players that stay in football clubs 12 and 15 years anymore. Those days are over. If y'all think we're going to be seeing what we saw way back in the day where players stayed at football clubs for 10, 15, 20 years, they're going to run off into the sunset and they're going to get statues built. No. Football is about making money. I've seen some deals these past few days that have made hair grow on my head. That's just literally, especially some of the ones over at Spurs. People are throwing money all over the place.
Crazy. And
if we can get good money for this player, which is this is up there, if the numbers that's being parodied about is some of the numbers I've seen. This is what people have been asking about. Why can't we sell players? That's what you heard. You heard this probably 3-4 weeks ago. Well, Berta needs to get on the job. What Berta's on the job? It's just not who you want to be sold. It's time for him to move on. It's time. And Matt Wakey, I'm watching you. Because if you don't tighten up, my friend, it's going to be time to go for you too. And then we can start going down the list. Fabio Vieira.
I'm watching Saga.
I'll wait for him for the end of the year before I say anything. I'm just going to wait till the end of the year. I'm not even going to beat on it. I'm going to wait until as they say, I will judge in May this year. Because if we see another output like we've seen in the last 2 years, then we're going to have a serious discussion here. People are not going to like this. And this is what we were talking about last week, fellas. People are going to have to learn that some of these players that they have grown attached to are going to have to go. They're going to have to go somewhere else and try over there. You know, the question is, if people say, well, he's going to, what is it, Al Ali? That's where he's going, Al Ali? Martinelli? Is that where he's going? Lee? Al Ali?
Al
Hilal.
He's going to Al Hilal. Turns down the deal to Turkey.
Sorry to cut in right there because just seen Fabrizio talking about a left winger that is going to Turkey. It's not a here we go yet, but Rafael, 45 million euro.
So Martinelli had a chance to go over there. A team that's historic that normally wins, historically is in there for winning Champions League, all that stuff. Opts to go to Al Hilal. What does that tell you, ladies and gentlemen? We have sat on this show and told you all about the wages of sin in this football club. These wages, these players want to make that mune, that moolah, that mucho. They want it, and they're going to go where the money is. Why do you think Jesus is? He's just sitting right here. He's not impressed.
Just hanging around.
Just hanging around. He's just lounging.
He's the guy that ain't leaving.
He's the one that walks out. You know how you have a party and then you have a set of guys that stay out in the backyard. You never see him. You got to go all the way to the backyard to find him. And they just out there talking. That's him. Hey, Zeus. You know he's at the party, but he's in the back. You can't see him. You won't see him till it's time to go.
Or he's the one that you wake up the next day and he's on the set.
When did you get here? Oh man, I've been
got enough bacon for one.
Yeah, that's Jesus. Jesus has been sitting here the whole time. 50 million we spent on that, by the way. I have to remind people, 50 million.
He was
plus wage.
Yeah, plus wage, Lee.
Yeah. This
is what I'm saying. It's time for some of these players to be moved on. It's time for some of these players to go. And unfortunately, it didn't work out the way we wanted to work out for Martinelli. But the time is up. He's got a trophy out of it. We got a trophy out of it. He at least say he played a
He's
bit.
Got 2 trophies. He got the cup.
Two trophies. Yeah, the FA Cup as well. I forgot about that. So he's ran his course, and it's time to go on and go into another direction. And people are gonna have to accept that. And I've got another one for you. I talked about it last week. I'll say it again. People think I'm crazy. That deal for Konza is gonna have a knock-on effect on that back line. Whether you want to hear it or not. You see it coming. And people go, "Oh, Arteta, this is the way he did. This was out of order." This is who he is. Go ask Pepe how he let him out of the club. Go talk to Pepe.
Aubameyang.
Ozil. Yeah, Ozil. All these when he's done, he's
Uzi,
done.
yeah.
When Arteta's done, he's done. That's one thing I'll give him. When he is tired, it's over, he snaps it and moves on. He's done. And this is what happened to Arteta. Everybody thought he was gonna get cake and ice cream, punch, juice and crackers and have a good time, and everybody's going balloons in the air, confetti. No, he got that at the parade. This is business here. And he's going to have to accept it. And guess what, Lee? It's good business in his favor because he's got the money he wants. He's got the money he wants. And and as you stated to me last night, I'm almost willing to believe that this was done a long time ago, based off of the actions of what we've seen from Martinelli the last couple of over the summer.
He got married 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You can't live with your partner in Saudi unless you're married, and unless you're Cristiano, and then they'll just bend the rules.
Yeah.
That makes sense because you can bring a fuck ton of revenue in, so I understand it. Yeah, but at the same time, these deals we get drip fed to cause so much drama. Yeah, it's like the VAR. VAR was brought in to cause more drama, get more eyes on it, get more people talking about the league. That goes viral. Then more people go, "Oh, I might start watching that." It's the same with the transfer window. Most of these deals are done. Yeah, most of them are done. We know Enzo Fernandez is 90% going to Manchester City. We know Julian Alvarez is probably 99% going to Barcelona. Yeah, we know these deals are done. We knew Bruno was signing for us. We knew Savio and Marmoush were going to Tottenham. We knew Reinders was going to Saudi. Like Man City posted out 1 hour before kickoff, Ayoub Biadi, here we go to Man City. Right then, as soon as the game ended, 2-3 minutes after full time, Fabrizio posts out Marmoush, here we go. The fucker was on the bench. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Yeah, this is all done by design to take away and divert away from the fact that they are conning the public. Yeah, and it's taking a fuck ton of money. Yeah, these players are nicking a living. Yeah, and fair play to them. They're playing in an era where the money is just ridiculous. And if I'm Martinelli, I'm taking that Saudi money as well. He's only 25. Yeah, in 2 years' time, he could leave Saudi and go somewhere else. He's got all of his dough for 2 years. Yeah, he's going to earn 325 grand a week, tax free.
Coming from what, Lee? Coming from
about 40 quid a week out of Brazil, the slums of Brazil.
A guajana and some thong in a loaf of bread.
Yeah, and if he's lucky, they'll throw in a rapper. But what are you saying, DJ? What do you think of this?
Look, you got two sides to the Martinelli.
We won.
You got two sides to it. You got the Martinelli that we all know as underachieved. As far as I'm concerned, he was the new revelation when he came on the scene. He was quick. He was dynamic. They played him. Unai Emery got the best out of him, playing him down the middle. And since I said it months ago that when this manager, the day this manager went all in to sign Mudryk, and it was all over. Mudryk. This manager wanted Mudryk. The club wanted Mudryk. We was going to break the bank for Mudryk. The fans were talking about Mudryk. Everyone was getting excited. We was going on about Mudryk when Martinelli was playing some decent football. We was seeing the best out of Martinelli. As soon as the Mudryk deal came along and the Mudryk saga came into play, that was it. Martinelli's days were numbered then. So straight away, he lost confidence with the manager as soon as Mudryk got lined up all of them months ago. And then you look at Martinelli as the player himself. He's had opportunities to kick on and he hasn't done it. Let's be honest, he hasn't done it. You know, he's still a player that doesn't get his head up. His awareness around him is still, for a player of his quality, is still limited. He runs the ball out of play. His crossing's not brilliant. So then you look at the other side. Then you look at goes, right, okay, now we look at the coaching side of things. So we know Martinelli's been struggling. So now you look at the coach and you go, well, what have you done to fix it? What have you done to make this Martinelli stop doing all of these things, running the ball out of play, not getting his head up? What have you done to try and get him to be the player we want him to, what we saw when he came on the scene and the player that we see under Unai Emery? And he's done nothing. He's done nothing. That's Martinelli. He's just rotted away. But he's not the only player that's rotted away. And people don't want to hear it because it's like, oh, look, DJB's going on about the manager again. He's going on about the manager again. He's won the title and he's still not happy. This is a totally different thing. This is how the manager develops the young talent at this football club so that we don't have to spend millions and millions of pounds. We've seen it with Martinelli. I know Martinelli's not helped himself. He has fallen off of a cliff. He's had opportunities to cement his place and be a legend at the football club, and he's failed. But that's not all Martinelli's fault. You've got to look at the other side of the coin. You've got to look at the coaching staff and the manager that he's played under all these years. He's failed him. He failed Emil Smith-Rowe. He failed Reece Nelson. He would have failed Skelly. And by the way, that still might happen. Because I'm telling you right now, and people ain't going to want to hear it, Skelly is still not this manager's first choice when Bruno Guimaraes is fully fit. He is not his first choice. He's my first choice. I've been saying it for the last 2-3 weeks. He will be one of the first names I put on the team sheet because when Skelly's in midfield, Arsenal play different. Odegaard plays different. The players around him play different. Watch what happens when Bruno is fully fit. Skelly will be pushed to one side. So that's another player that he's going to foul. His confidence is going to go. Then you look at Saka. We should be putting Saka in the same bracket as Elise. He's another one. Saka, world class, doing madness. 22-23 season. Since then, he's done nothing. Under this manager, another one. So yeah, I get the Martinelli thing. I'm not disagreeing with what anyone says. I've been one of the biggest fans that have been saying Martinelli's had his time. He's had his time. But you've got to start looking at the bigger picture. It's not just all about the players. Still need coaching. They still need guidance. They still need developing. We've seen it with Smith-Rowe. Couldn't get a tune out of him. We've seen it with so many attacking players under this manager. Lacazette, Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah, 14 shirt, 100 grand a week. Bollocks, we don't want his sack. We've got Eddie Nketiah. How did he do under this manager?
Balogun got rid of him.
He couldn't even get first team football at Crystal Palace. Left Arsenal Football Club under the best manager in the world. Apparently, couldn't even get first team football at Crystal Palace. So I'm sorry. As much as people want to say about this player and that player, and I agree, Martinelli's got to be sold. Good luck to him if he can go and get all his money in Saudi. Good luck to him, right? And he has fallen off of a cliff, and he's one that I want to see go out the door. But there are players that people think when we've won the Premier League, people think it's all rosy. If you look at the bigger picture, there's players in this team that are still not at the level they should be playing under this manager for 5, 6, 7 seasons. And Martinelli is one of them victims of this. Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah, Emil Smith-Rowe. Now we're going to see it with Max Dowman. Max Dowman's going to get little bits and pieces. 10 minutes here, Carabao Cup against, I don't know, Basel FC or something. Yeah, he's going to get. I'll give you another example. Max Dowman played in every single friendly, and then when it came to the Community Shield, when he had the chance to give him experience against top class opposition in a big game. All right, okay, it's the Community Shield, but it's still a big game. When he had the opportunity, when we are 3-0 up, 2-0 up and cruising, he still didn't put Max Dowman on. And this is all about development of
and
young
against
players.
Coventry.
Dowman will go the same way. How on earth does Noni Madueke get ahead of Wanyeri and Dowman? I want someone to sit down and go. Do you want me
to give it a try? Do you want me to give it a try?
These are the reasons why. Right. But the thing is, Kenny, you can. But look, Martinelli, he's had his time. I've been banging on about him. But unfortunately, look at the bigger picture. This is why he wants the players that suits his style of play, because it's easy. They fit his system. He hasn't got to work too hard on coaching them. Why do you think he don't like Gyökeres? because Gyökeres is raw. He needs a lot of coaching. He needs a lot of guidance.
100%.
He doesn't like it. It doesn't fit his system. He likes Havertz because it's an easy way out. It's an easy way to get a player playing the way he wants to play. It fits his system. He hasn't got to work too hard at it. If you give Mikel Arteta a player that needs a lot of work, that needs a lot of development, it starts to ask the questions. And I'm afraid Martinelli is in a long line of players that have underachieved under this manager and not achieved what they should have achieved under this manager. Okay? And I'm sorry, look at Saka, because I'm keeping a very, very close eye on him. And I'm going to wait and see where he is end of January. And if he's not scoring and he's not assisting, he's the next player you're going to be thinking, hang on a minute, what's happening here? What's happening here? But no one will mention Arteta. They'll say, oh, he's been injured. It's the injuries. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. So that's where I am. There's two sides to every story as far as I'm concerned with players at Arsenal Football Club.
Well, the thing about it is that there's a lot of points where a lot of people want to agree with you, including myself. But the situation is that there's two. The Saka thing is that as long as Bukayo Saka is not deemed to be, in my opinion, 100% fit, Noni Madueke will be at this football club. When people talk about Noni Madueke, what fans want with Noni Madueke is footballing ability, end product. What Mikel Arteta wants is the same prototype of player, just like Tuchel wanted was the same prototype of player where potentially both England and Arsenal can stretch teams. With Bukayo Saka, especially for England, you play a diagonal ball, he's on that touchline, and you're getting end product because it's Bukayo Saka. But what Bukayo Saka will give you is the shape. So he makes the pitch bigger. Now, Noni Madueke, unfortunately for Arsenal fans, is what we call the understudy. You know, if you're in a play, or maybe you're in something like The Sound of Music, and someone, instead of Julie Andrews playing Fräulein Maria, we get probably some other actress, maybe someone else to be our understudy. Well, that's what Noni Madueke is. It's about, people don't want to hear it. It's about keeping width from the pitch and the shape. And that's why Noni Madueke is very important to this player. Noni Madueke is probably more important to Mikel Arteta and Thomas Tuchel than Eberechi Eze. Because we haven't talked about his contribution, but we'll get to that. But you talk about Max Dowman. Max Dowman's not getting minutes at Arsenal. We all know it. And the reason why is that under Mikel Arteta, Max Dowman is never, ever going to get a place on the right-hand side, on the wing. No. It's not going to happen. And the reason why it won't happen is because in Mikel Arteta's eyes, he doesn't give us the width. He is not a prototype of Bukayo Saka. He won't track back. He won't, like I said, get down that byline and create width because he's a creative footballer. His best place is in the middle. He wants to be a total footballer, but it's crowded in the middle. What you said about Miles Lewis-Skelly is completely valid. I think, and it's been a lot of people in the camp are thinking that the reason why 2 weeks ago we heard rumours about Miles Lewis-Skelly leaving the football club, it didn't come from the football club. It didn't come from Arteta's camp. It came from the Miles Lewis-Skelly camp, which means if it did, then the club are going to get even with the guy. And all I'm trying to say is that you're 100% right. There's no guarantee that just because he's playing well and his performances are great, that Mikel Arteta is going to make newly bought Guimaraes, his understudy. That's a massive worry for me. It's great to have competition with places, but it's a massive, massive worry. And, despite the fact that, Zubimendi hasn't worked out, especially towards the end, people could put that down to lack of football ability, as you said, DJ. My brother says it the same thing. My brother and me always argue. He always says to me, "What are you seeing in him? Why are you protecting this guy?
Yeah,
why? My brother always says to me, why am I always saying that he's meant to be the brain of the side when we're not seeing that?" And I fully understand it, but he'll get another chance this season. One thing I will say, and you mentioned Victor Gyökeres as well. if he doesn't go in this summer window, he's going in the next summer window. I cannot envisage or predict that Vicky Gyökeres will be successful at his football club.
No.
He'll get the chances, but he'll only get those chances if the manager, if Havertz is injured. Even as we speak, indiscreet inquiries will be made for Alvarez. You know, Atletico Madrid have said £100 million plus. If Arsenal paying £100 million.
No, sorry to interrupt you, Kenny. It's similar to the Martinelli, what I said about the Madueke thing. When Martinelli was at the club, we had all this with Madueke. Now we've got Gyökeres, we've got Alvarez. Oh, the club needs to
and that hi Lou. But that's the thing. Again, we know this manager inside out. He's been here for 6 or 7 years. We know how he wants to play, how he wants to set up, and we know the personnel. We know the circle of trust, and whether we want to make changes or not, the players that he's jettisons are not part of the circle of trust. We've always said that it was a no-brainer and an open goal to get rid of Trossard and Martinelli, because everyone who knows anything about football and loves his football club knows that left-hand side needs improving. So that's an open goal. But as long as, all I'm trying to say, Madueke is at his football club because of Bukayo Saka. If Bukayo Saka was firing all cylinders and he's fully fit, I can guarantee you that Noni Madueke will not be at his football club. I promise you he wouldn't be.
So there's question marks over Saka's form then that you don't trust.
It's not that Saka's fitness; it's his fitness. It's his fitness. Yeah. That's why Noni Madueke is here, and that's why Noni Madueke features a lot in the World Cup, because Noni Madueke, whether we like it or not, gave us width, and that troubled teams in the World Cup, regardless of whether it was a situation where it was a final ball or not. It enabled England to stretch teams and get bodies forward because they anticipated that he might put one cross in or maybe a couple of crosses in, and he causes chaos. That's why he's there. Everything you say about his lack of football ability is valid, but you have to put yourself into the shoes of the manager and be the zeitgeist. And what you're seeing is so blatant why Madueke is here, and why any criticism you have of Madueke or any, maybe suggestions that Madueke will lead the football club, I'm telling you right now, he's not going nowhere.
So Kenny, what would you do with Max Dowman? If you
send him out alone. Max Dowman is not going to loan anything in his football club by getting. All right, let me tell you a scenario. But in DJB, you know this, and so do you, because you're both coaches. I've played as well. You know full well that if we're 1-0 up at Aston Villa this weekend, and it's 10 minutes to go, Max Dowman's not going to come on. He's going to bring someone on to shore it up and protect the result. You know that.
Marino and all that.
Yeah, you get Maria. You get Marino. You get Hincapié.
And if we're 3-0 up in a football match at the Emirates, home or away, Max Dowman's not coming on because he wants to give minutes to Marino, who's just come back from the World Cup. So when does Max play?
Yeah.
But see, I brought that point up last summer, Kenny. I saw it a mile away because of what you just said. The midfield was packed. It was always been packed. I mean, Skella couldn't even get in there. Before he even got in there, he was told, what did they tell him, JB? To get into the team, you have to go where? Left back.
Yeah.
And so now you look at the situation with Max, and it's exactly what you said. There's a lot of bodies in front of him. My best course of action, send him over to Ipswich, send him to the Dortmund, send him somewhere where he can get quality time. Brighton. And we talked about this the other day, Kenny. We talked about this on the phone the other day, Kenny. We have seen many an Arsenal player get loaned out and come back to be a much better player. Oh, we've seen footballers leave certain situations and they come back 10 times a better player because they have learned on the job. They have learned properly on the job. People forget we're all old enough to, and everybody in the chat, remember when Salah was at Chelsea. We saw what that looked like when he was there. We saw when he left. We saw what he looked like when he came back. We saw what De Bruyne looked like when he left and when he came back. You see players when they go certain places, they go and they're able to learn and build, and they're able to come back into the team. And this is all I've been saying about Diamond for the last year, is that there's a good player there. Let's cultivate that player, and let's try to not make him the next biggest thing immediately, and let him develop as a footballer. Because I think if you give him a good 2 or 3 years of good developmental play, you're set for the next. You're set for a long time. But if you
what
throw him out there right now, raw like he is, we're gonna be having the same discussion. Go ahead,
Do
JD.
you know my biggest fear with Max Dowman? I don't want to be in, because I think what will happen if we send him out on loan and he develops like you said. I think we're developing him to make a profit. I don't think we'll develop him to keep him, because we've still got Madueke and Saga at the club. We've still got Marino. We've still got. And we've still got Odegaard. He ain't getting ahead of any of them. So if
that's the next best thing, though, for academy players,
goes out
DJ.
on loan for a season and comes back and he's ripped up and he's literally developed, scoring goals. He's like firing on all cylinders.
Isn't that good for the club as well?
Come back and walk into this team.
But you know what?
It is good for the club. Sorry to cut over you guys. Yeah. I will get them 2 super chats in a minute. Oregon Goon and Chow. Yeah, he's good enough to play for Arsenal.
Yeah,
let alone get loaned out. He's good enough to play now, not every week.
You mean, Lee, do you mean this Arsenal side under Mikel Arteta, or an Arsenal side? Because
I think he just thinks off the cuff and he can glide past people. Lee, plays to him.
Lee, if Arteta, with the way this manager has, and this is the way I am with this, because a lot of people probably wonder how I am about this season. The way I am with it is Arteta is who he is. He's not changing who he is. He's not changing his tactics. He's not going to. Everybody wants to see going forward, passing the ball, moving. We're not going to see that. We're going to see his style of football. The question that needs to be asked: will Max Dowman suit the way that this manager plays?
No, unless he lets him play how he wants to play. Which
so if he
did, and he has.
If the answer is no,
hold my call on and cancel.
Yeah. If the answer is no, then what's the next best course of action? Send him out on loan.
Mm-hmm. Big up to my guy in the chat. Max is 16. He's 17 in 4 months. In fact, I think it's literally 4 months and 5 days. And age is a number anyway. If you're good enough, you're old enough. Wayne Rooney was 16. He scored a screamer against David Seaman. Yeah, signed for Man United at 18 and run riot. Yeah, Max do that, win now. Max Dowman win now mentality. Max Dowman literally saved his arse, mate, against Everton. Yeah, which helped us win a league title, by the way.
Hey, Lee, Tierney did too. How did that work?
Yeah, that's true.
How did it work?
Yeah. The question is, for ourselves, forget about, say we're Mikel Arteta for one day. I don't want to be in. I don't even want to be in for a minute, but for the purposes of the show, because of the club we love, we're Mikel Arteta for one day, and the question we have to ask ourselves as footballing people, because you could tell with Wayne Rooney, you could tell with Michael Owen, you could tell with Lee Sharp, Giggsy, all those players, and even Roy Keane at a certain age.
Yeah, all of them.
Whenever these guys are at a certain age, when they're teenagers, you could tell that you could put them in that team, and you could tell instantly that they're. It's not a case of whether they make the team better. That's self-explanatory. It's whether they got the seasoned football brain in order to fit in what the manager wants. And the question I asked for Max, can he do that? Is he at that level? Because right now, under this manager, if I'm Mikel Arteta, it shouldn't be a question on whether Max should play. He's playing. I can't leave him out. Now, me, as Mikel Arteta, that's the questions I need to ask because right now, I've only got pre-season games to go by.
Yeah, but we've
got the currency of league games.
Yeah, but when he came on against Leeds, he won a penalty very early last season, around this sort of time last season, September roughly. Yeah, he came on, got the ball, got the keys and books, and won a penalty. Yeah, and okay, cool, we were winning the game, but against Everton, they like we were under the cosh. They had fucking Pickford up, they were throwing everything at us. Yeah, and then he just fucking run off and scored. So it's like, I think he's good enough to play for this football club, even under this manager. He's so technically sound on the ball. Yeah, he could play left, right, centre. He can play anywhere. The way he glides past players, the size of him, he's 6 foot. He's 16 years old. Yeah, you think he'll fill out a little bit more with the right training and weights regime and all of that in the training ground. Yeah, but like you said, this manager wants somebody that's either going to be 100 miles an hour and run down the wing like Nonny on one side, or somebody that's cool and slow in possession and keeps retaining the ball. Max don't do either. Max does retain the ball to a certain level, but his final decision is pretty poor sometimes. But he'll get you up the pitch and he'll nick free kicks and penalties left, right, and centre. Yeah, but we've not had a player like him in this team under this manager that's that technically skilled. Yeah, we've had Trossard. Yeah, but Trossard don't get you off your seat. This kid gets you off your seat. Yeah, because he's so fucking quick over 5 yards as well. But over a longer period, he's not that quick. Whereas Madueke's 100 mile an hour running in fucking blind alleyways. Yeah, like I just think that the way we set up on that right hand side, to see Madueke constantly coming on in front of him, bro, yeah, that's what he wants. You got Saka on the pitch that keep the ball, retain the ball, can score a goal, and then you can bring on the chaos with Madueke. And on the other side, you've got Zolis, who's technically good on the ball. Yeah, and then you could bring on a Martinelli, who's 100 mile an hour. This is what he wants. Yeah, it's won us a league. Listen, well, not Zolis, obviously, but it's won us a league title. But I feel like we all want a bit more expansive football. In the Community Shield and against Coventry, we see that. I don't think he's going to do that all season. And in some games, you can't. Yeah, but what I liked about both of them games, as soon as we got the second goal, we carried on. As soon as we got the first goal, we carried on. Yeah, and we did that against City. Okay, it was an underpass City, whatever. Yeah, you still have to do it. I don't think we're going to do that all season in the league. And if we play like the football we did when we slapped everyone around and lost the 8 points, yeah, I think we fucking muller this league with or without any more signings. Yeah, because I think we're so far ahead of people, and I know that we can go up levels in terms of the way we play. You just got to let them have a bit more of the ball and stop worrying about losing the ball. Yeah, and that's why I think Dalman should be starting this season out of 37 games left. I reckon he should start at least a third of them. Yeah, and you can do that against the bottom half teams. Do that against the promoted teams. Yeah, because when they're playing a low block against us, yeah, which they probably will, Coventry, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. They tried to play a game. He can draw them out. And he's so quick with his feet, he'll nick a penalty. Yeah, and then you win the game 1-0 or whatever if it's a hard game. We see this with Man United at the weekend. Man United could not fucking score, even if they were playing now. Because they ain't got anyone in that team that could jink round a couple and fucking win a penalty. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, listen, he is only 16. Yeah, but he's so fucking good. You can't not play him. Not every week. He's still developing in physically as a boy into a young man. Yeah, but also you don't want him injured by the time he's 23. Yeah, so you've got to manage it. You've got to manage it. But at the same time, I've seen enough of this lad to know his quality. Yeah, and I don't want him loaned out. But if that's his best for him, then cool. If he ain't going to get a game, then sell him. Don't even loan him out. If this manager don't want him, sell him. Same with Ethan. Yeah, that's what I'd do. But me personally, I want to see him play games because he's one player. You're on mute, Kenny.
I think what the conversation is that this next summer, especially if we come towards the end of the season, I think we'll know who's going. Obviously, we'll be going on a big spending spree because we do that every 2 years. But there's players who are playing for their futures. Alvarez is playing for his future. Victor Gyökeres is playing for his future. Probably.
Odegaard, would you say Odegaard, Kenny's playing for his future as
well? He's a new darling. I mean, I've made a comment about it and I was accused of being racist. Because I should have. You know what I should have done? I should have done. I should have called him Joe 90. I shouldn't have called him. Even though he does look like the guy, I'm sorry I offended people, but I'll just say Joe 90. He looks like Joe 90.
Oh, that's terrible.
Man said Kenny's racist. That's hilarious.
Yeah, because I called him something kid, and yeah,
the Milky Bar kid.
Well, yeah, but I'm not allowed to say.
These kids don't remember because they never see the advert on television, mate, for the Milky Bar, the chocolate.
Well, I think the guy must have gone on YouTube to look for the outfit. That's when I got him. I'm cancelling him. I'm having him. He does look like him, by the way. He does look like him, but I'll probably settle for Joe 90.
I think there are a lot of players playing for their future, but I mean, look. I'm in agreement with Lee. For me, Max Dowman has to start in certain games, especially when we're at the Emirates at home, or even come on ahead of Madueke and players like this. But Lee made a point when we were 2-0 up. We kept going, and I still think the reason why that is because Skelly gives us that dimension in midfield. I think you watch. I could be wrong, and people could. What do you know? That's fine, and I'm happy to be proven wrong. But I honestly believe when Bruno's fit, we go back to the slow build-up, sideways passing, and the game gets slowed down. Because that is Bruno's game. That's why he bought him. And Bruno and Rice in midfield I think we go back to how it was. And as soon as that game gets slowed down, as soon as we go back to sideways passing, that's when Odegaard goes missing. That's when a lot of players go missing. Teams then get kind of frustrate us, and we find it hard to break down. And then it's like, oh, we can't break down a low block and all this nonsense. And that's why I believe Skelly in midfield for me gives us that platform to kind of express ourselves a little bit, and players around him play better. Rice drives forward. Odegaard is more doing better.
Because he's got the athleticism and the technique.
Yeah,
that's
and
why.
You watch, and that's what worries me. I'm not saying I didn't want Bruno, because I've had this. Oh, you're saying you don't? No, Bruno's a brilliant signing, but for me, Bruno has come from Newcastle. We haven't signed him from Real Madrid or Barcelona.
That's true, yeah.
He's come from Newcastle, right? The pressure at Newcastle is not the same. Massive club, huge fan base, but now he's at Arsenal, right? For me, Bruno is a squad player. I'm not getting overhyped about Bruno like a lot of people are. I think he's a brilliant player. But if Skelly's on form and he's playing well, for me, Bruno hasn't got the right to just walk in and take his place. If that happens, because Skelly's the new star boy, not Saka. If that happens, and then the play starts going a bit sideways, we're not looking comfortable, we're struggling in games, it'd be interesting then to see what...
It's a good problem to have, though, isn't it? It's a good problem to have, because...
Brilliant problem to have.
You know,
I mentioned, sorry, Kenny, I mentioned this to Matty the other day on the phone, and Normsky and all of that. Big up to all of them. I said the manager's got a new problem this season, and it may not be on the field of play. The manager's got a problem of managing a team when everyone wants to be amongst it.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to come to the party. We're Premier League champions. Marino's a World Cup winner. Zubamendi's a World Cup winner. You've got the emergence of Skelly. You've got people talking about Diamond. You've got people talking about Havertz, Odegaard. The new problem the manager's got now is managing the players and keeping them all active and on board. That's his new, and he's never experienced any of this.
No, and the
team has always picked itself over the years, more or less. Now he's got a new problem. He's got a problem now. How do I manage all these players and keep the dressing room happy?
Well, Skelly's the most. Skelly's someone who's going to need.
Yeah.
You know, you guys didn't call me out of my biasness. You know when I said Eberechi and
Nigerian
guy. I said Eberechi is playing for his future, and I said that Gyökeres playing for his future. You notice I didn't say my mate from from the Basque, Sofia dad. I didn't mention him, did I? Shows my biasness, did it? You say I've still got a soft spot for him.
You have. Let me grab these super chats real quick. You have. Big up Oregon Goon. I don't want a player that doesn't want us.
Big up Oregon.
Exactly. Tell him, Goon. Tell him.
But 80% of transfers happen where the player doesn't move to his first choice. It's very rare that a player goes to the club of his choice. Look at Eden Hazard. For 2 or 3 years, we were scouting him. As soon as we won the Champions League, so Chelsea won the Champions League, he went to Chelsea. There's loads of players who don't go to their first choice, and Alvarez could come. You know what I mean?
Facts. This is a great comment. Big up, Shao, bro. Bless up for jumping on the Reaction channel earlier as well, man. Some gooners are very hypocritical. Oh, Martinelli was treated badly. So does that mean the manager is responsible for that then? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And just coming back to
checkmate.
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 Lovely.
Checkmate.
Yeah. Right. And just coming back to Chelsea, they've just managed to get 65 million quid for Nico Jackson. And how much is Garnacho signing for if he stays at Villa? I think that's about 50, isn't it? So that Morgan Rogers has been covered. Funny that, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's shop window, though, isn't it? The thing
about
how
it is they keep selling players for over 50 million quid?
Yeah, but the thing is, one thing you can't deny about Nicholas Jackson, he was in a shop window because he did get going to Bayern Munich in the Champions League. And so clubs will look at this. And to be honest, at Chelsea, I'm not going to be bullied by Chelsea fans. I still think despite the fact you talked, his output was a lot better than some of the strikers I've had in recent
Nico
years.
Jackson's not a bad player.
Look,
Yeah.
you look at his
because
Premiership
he's missed
goals.
a load of sitters.
You
People
look at his Premiership goals. I'll tell you one thing: he's a bloody better player than Liam Delap.
And he's gone for 50.
Yeah, and I still think the jury's out on Yao Pedro. I think the jury's out.
I think he's good. He is.
He's good. He's a good player, but I need to see more. The way Chelsea fans are speaking about him, I want to see at least. I want 20 goals. I'm sick and tired of players scoring 15 goals, 16 goals, and then they're going for £100 million.
Why has nobody bought Igor Thiago yet? Because he scored 20 odd goals.
His technique's terrible. Carlton Palmer's got better technique than him.
Carlton Palmer,
It's true. It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. No, but this is the thing. Yeah, he's not fashionable enough. He hasn't got blistering pace.
Have you seen his first touch? Lee?
Yeah, but his first touch should be a shot. Same as Jokeris. He's a striker. You should get him in a position where he's running in.
Lee, I'll ask you again. Have you seen his first touch?
I have seen his first touch. I see his fucking shocking penalty the other day. Look at this, guys. Look up JCFC. Cucurella 51.8. Santos 50. Jackson 65. Thank you. Oh, look at this. My barmaid's back. She's back again.
Yeah. All those players have all been in the shot window. Cucurella, best left back in the world at the moment.
Yeah.
Santos in the shot window. Jackson in the shot window. Delap for the garbage he produced. At least someone must want him. Garnacho has only ever got a big play for big clubs. That's in the shot window. I don't
know how he's managed to scam that as well. He must have a sick agent.
Hey, George Washington.
George Washington. No, that's fucking mad, mate.
It's true, though. It's true. A player's only an asset if he's in the shot window. Reece Nelson's not in the shot window.
No, but Reece Nelson's not in the shop window because we haven't developed him properly whilst putting him on 100 grand. Do you remember when we put Eddie and Nketiah on 100 grand and we had Balogun here?
Reece Nelson,
it was Reece Nelson's debut. Yeah, was 2017. Well, first start. Sorry, it was 2017 against Doncaster at home.
Has he been making a living for that long?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, but he ain't.
I only found this out earlier when I did a show with Chow on the Reaction channel.
We've been signing along on that for years.
God.
When we gave Eddie and Nketiah 100 grand a week, I remember on my old Twitter account, I posted out, why the fuck are we giving him 100 grand? Give it to Balogun. Yeah, and I got laughed out of town.
JCFC.
Extremely. Look at the money we could have earned out of all these players if we had developed.
Why do you think Mertensacker's fucked off?
Yeah,
exactly. he's not an happy bunny, is he?
Look at the players, whilst this manager's been in charge, that have been underdeveloped, that have not developed the right way. Nelson, Balogun, Nketiah, Smith Rowe.
Hey, Balogun might go to Tottenham. Hey, JCFC. I'm sorry, JCFC, you're not having that one. No. I want 23 league goals. Not in all competitions. I want 23 league goals.
Yeah.
You got to do better than that, mate. You got to do better than that.
You watch, right? Everyone's been waxing lyricals over Havertz, and okay, he scored the goal, blah, blah, blah. You know. But if he gets injured and Alvarez comes in,
well, JB is
he's back to square one like last season.
You know, at some point, just based off of history. So I always say you go back and look through history. Havertz averages what a season? What on a good season? He averages how many goals? Probably 12 to what? 14. 12 to 14.
In all comps, isn't it? 14.
Yeah, 12 to 14. So at some point, you know the drought's coming. You just don't know when. At some point, it's gonna go through a drought. You know, so I mean, this is what I was telling y'all the other night in our group. I was saying if he wants to chance it, playing Pee Wee all season, and it's on him.
Pee Wee, Matt, you kill me when you call Havertz Pee Wee.
Yeah, if you
Matt's worse than me, mate. I think Matt is worse than me for nicknames for players.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
I don't think you can rely on Havertz the whole season to get you across the line in any.
He knows you can't rely on him. Havertz knows that. I've coached players like that. You do, yeah.
Havertz ain't going to stay fit all season. Don't worry about that.
No.
Yeah, he knows that.
Looks like City have signed the 18-year-olds. You know, if I was his dad, the first thing I'd say to him, bit of advice I'll give to him, you know what I'd say to him?
Get ready for a loan.
No, cut your hair.
Who's the player they're signing?
The 18-year-old Moroccan player. That's
Buadi.
But the thing about it is that when I was swimming the World Cup, you know that question, that scenario I always asked about Max Damon, is the football brain older than the actual actual age? And what I saw from the World Cup, I could say yes. I know I drive a hard bargain when it comes to Max, but the reason why I drive it because I think Max is a fantastic player. However, to get in that team, time's not on his side if it's to try and get in this football team. Because what will happen is that we have to sign players. We expect to sign top players. And when you're a Max, you're an Ethan and you're a Miles Lewis-Skelly, you only get one shot at this. You only get one chance. And if you don't take a chance, it's goodbye.
No, I agree. But the thing is, Buadi's 18 years old and he's just gone for 100 million euro, including add-ons here. 5 million add-ons, right? Max Damon's 17 in December. He's only 18 months, 2 years younger, whatever it is. Yeah. So where does he go from? This is what we always say this on the pod anyway, and on other shows. When you've got a player that is that talented and you can clearly see his head and shoulders above most players of his age, in the world, let's just be real with it. Where do you take that player from 16 to 21? In the next 5 years, what is his? Look what happened. If he was, I'll ask you this. Sorry to cut over you, Kenny. If you gave that player to Hansi Flick or Luis Enrique, where would he be? And then compare that to where you think he'll be with.
Well, you can still do that. You can still give it to managers like Hansi Flick and send him back. Jack Wilshere, when he went to Bolton at the age of 17, he was meant to go to Burnley, but then Owen Coyle got the job at Bolton after a manager got sacked. So he left Burnley, went to Bolton. And the agreement he had with Jack Wilshere, we remember when we played Burnley, I think it was a Wednesday night game. He went to Arsene Wenger and said, look, Arsene, is it all right if I could have Jack Jack Wilshere on loan? And what did Arsene Wenger said? Yeah, sure. And then when he went to Bolton, he took Jack Wilshere to Bolton. When Jack Wilshere came back to us after that season, he was $1 million. Look at that game against Barcelona. He ran the show against Barcelona. And I think if Max gets the same opportunity, he could do the same for us.
Yeah, but we at the same time, we have seen this with a lot of players. Yeah, I think he's I think he's the best academy player we've seen for a long time. However, the window of sample size is quite small. But at the same time, we've seen players go out we've seen Ethan go on loan. Yeah, Deserby benched him after he scored in his debut. Yeah, we've seen Reece Nelson go out on loan, and then fall out with the manager. Yeah, and now we can't even fucking sell him at the minute.
Somebody send him to Como.
Yeah, Max Damon. I don't mind Kenny up for fuck's sake, mate.
I don't want him to get bad habits. I'll tell you one thing. He'll learn good footballing habits, but things, what I call life habits like loyalty and respect. I don't think he'll get that from Francesc Fabregas.
You can send him to Dortmund. I've been telling you that all summer, Kenny. Since May, I've been telling you every time we talk. I say, well, just send him to Dortmund.
Just send him to any German team.
Yeah, any German team. They play football. They play football that would suit him. Send him to Brentford. Send him to Brentford. Send him over to Brentford.
You could even send this guy to Brighton. You can send him to Brighton. It's around the corner from London.
Well, Bournemouth not too.
Bournemouth as well. Marco Rose plays good football.
They all play good football. They all try to play football.
Plays good football. Yeah, not that they win anything, but he'll get experience of playing games week in, week out. The thing is, he is a kid. Yeah, so it's like you have to take him in and out the team. I understand that, but he's fucking light years clear of Madueke, mate. I'm sorry, he is. Madueke is definitely from Croydon because that is a simulation, bro.
Yeah, no, he's from Barnet. He's
a shocking.
Hey, he was just, Madueke was a Tottenham junior.
Yeah.
Send him to the championship.
Yeah, that'll toughen him up as well.
That'd be good for him.
If we're not going to play him, he needs to go out and loan.
Especially this season, because it's loaded down there this season.
Can you imagine him playing for West Ham against Millwall at the Den? Can you imagine? Yeah. That'd be brilliant for Max. That'd turn him into a man.
Don't loan him out to West Ham.
Yeah, but come on.
West Ham are going to get relegated again. They've just sold another player today, 40 million.
Yeah,
they sold him to Brentford, didn't it? Is it Congo International?
Yeah. Yeah, they've made 200 million this window, West Ham, and they've spent 30, if that. Yeah, they're going to get relegated again. Yeah, them fucking that geezer needs to be held accountable. I bet West Ham, for any West Ham fans watching this, I'll bet you'll go fucking mental. They got walloped at the weekend as well.
Yeah,
fucking.
Well, they missed a penalty. Cassianos.
Yeah. I think they've lost their first 2 games.
Hey, you know what? I don't appreciate my council tax.
Oh yeah, they drew and then lost. That's it. Yeah.
But they won
2-0 against Burnley.
Southampton, but he played a completely different team that won't play in the next league game. Definitely won't.
I did Northside Raid. Northside Raid, yeah?
Yeah.
Why didn't that come up on my screen? Oh, it has now. North, love you, brother.
Love you, man. Northside. Long time, mate.
Always, brother.
Bless up Northside, man. Big up all the Raiders from North as well. Get these likes up. You lot are taking a wholesale mick, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've only got literally
the Eze thing's another one, isn't it? I mean,
he's going to be our left winger.
He's the new Dibbly Dobbly. He's the new Dibbly Dobbly.
He's Kenny's Dibbly Dobbly from now on.
He's the new Dibbly Dobbly, but he's probably thinking, hang on a minute. What have I doing? What have I done signing with this?
All right, I've got something controversial to say.
Oh, that's unlike you, Kenny.
Again, but he hasn't done anything, has he?
You DJB. All right, I'm going to ask you a question, DJB, and you have to be honest with me.
I will be. You know me, Kenny.
Is he a Crystal Palace player trapped in an Arsenal shirt?
Yeah.
No.
100%.
Matty?
That's a tough one.
Is it?
I'm gonna go no. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna hold it down to the manager.
Right. When he was at Queen's Park Rangers and Crystal Palace, he was the main man.
Yeah.
He's at Arsenal now, and certain things are being expected of him off the ball, and he's having to be something he's not.
Yeah, but Kenny, stop right there. Sorry. Right. He was the main man at Crystal Palace. So was Elise.
Yeah.
Elise's gone into a top team, one of the best in the world. We're one of the best teams in the world right now. Yeah. Well, how comes things?
Who's a better player?
Elise is a better player. However, was we talking Ballon d'Or shots for Elise at Palace? But that manager's managed to get, and people say it's a shitter league and this and that.
Ballon d'Or.
He's got better players around him, so he should get better. Better coach.
He's got vast company as a coach. He tries to play good football, and Ezra's got Mikel Arteta, who's the most safety-first coach in football.
He's not lived up to the hype, but I always think that attacking players, you've got to do stuff off the ball for helping the team and all that. I understand that, but I don't want to see Eze, slide tackling on the edge of our box.
Mikel Arteta wants him to.
Exactly. So that comes back to
tracking back from on the left wing. I don't want to see all that. I don't want to see Eze doing all that.
Yeah, we have to do that sometimes. I understand.
Yeah, but not on a.
But give him freedom on the ball. Give Odegaard freedom on the ball.
Yeah.
Give fucking Saga freedom. All this like slowing it down and keeping the ball. Yeah, Shane plays a clip on his Irish breakfast. Yeah, I can't remember the young lad's name that played at right back in one of our friendly games. And Mikel's going, come on.
Salmon.
No, it wasn't Salmon. It was somebody else. Young lad, I can't remember his name.
Jimmy.
Jimmy's sweet. Where's he now? No, there was a young lad that played right back in one of our pre-season friendly games. Yeah, I think it might have been the Dortmund game. I may be wrong. Yeah, and Arteta's literally shouting, "Come on," because he wanted to go forward and pass the ball, and he's going, "Come on." That is what this manager wants, and that's cool. We're cool with that. Yeah, but then let's not get overhyping players. Eze's a top footballer. Yeah, Julien. Yeah. Right. Eze's a top class footballer, but he's at Palace. It's different level. Yeah, and I mean that respectfully because I like Palace. Yeah, right. But at the same time, he's allowed to have freedom on the ball because he had a manager that let him play football. Yeah. Yeah. This manager wants you to do more defensive work than attacking work. The amount of times we see our players in positions where we go, shoot, you go games, DJ.
Yeah.
Kenny goes games. Me and Matty watch every watch along. Yeah, like every game. Yeah, and it's like, shoot. And it's like, why the fuck didn't he shoot? And then as soon as they do shoot and they miss, first thing they do is look over at the manager. Yeah. Every time. You hear it in the stadium, the whole stadium is going, shoot.
Yeah.
And they ain't shooting. Yeah, and they doubt themselves. And we see this with Dalman in one of these preseason games. Can't remember which game that was. Might have been Como. Which one?
I think it was the second one. That
might have been
the first game he played.
Yeah, it might have been because I didn't see the Girona game.
Was it Girona? Not Girona. Not Girona. The team we played.
Was it Betis or fucking Betis or Dortmund or someone?
Yeah, it was the Betis.
It was like he weren't doing what he normally does. Yeah, and it's like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, the manager's won a league. That don't mean that he gets a pass for the next 10 fucking years. Yeah, we're all happy he's won the league. We're going.
Sure? Well, we know that, but some of the fans think he should get a pass. I mean, look what happened to Arsene Wenger. I mean, Arsene Wenger ran the club into the ground. Yet people still wanted him to carry on doing that because he's Arsene Wenger. Mainly our fans.
But you can't just rest on your laurels. Yeah, and that's why I'm upset with this window. This window's a 2 out of 10 for me. Yeah, Zolis and Bruno. That's it. Yeah, and the reason I'm saying Zolis, is because he's looked half decent in pre-season, but I still don't think he's better than Trossard. Yeah, until he proves he is better than Trossard, I'm not going to believe it. And maybe he'll prove me wrong, and I want him to prove me wrong. Yeah. But at the same time,
what do you want from Christos? Would you want 15 goals?
I don't care about assists.
You want 15 goals?
I want him, to not fuck around. Yeah, and when I'm seeing him putting first-time crosses into the box, that's what I want. Be decisive. The pass he played to Odegaard and the goal against Man City, that goal was fucking lit. That goal was amazing. Yeah, but be decisive. Yeah, Martinelli so clumsy. He don't even know what he's going to do. Madueke don't know what he's going to do. We know what
overachieved.
Well, he's overachieved by making it as a footballer. Let's just be real. Right?
Which one are you talking about? Noni or Gabriel?
Martinelli, I think, is underachieved.
Noni's overachieved. You got an England shirt.
Exactly. He's overachieved by playing for the national team, bro. He's not even a footballer. He's shit.
All right, let me tell you something about Brazil. We're all students of Brazilian football. In what planet does a great Brazilian team have players like Martinelli, Gabriel Magalhães, Richarlison, Jesus, and Cunha? Can you tell me what planet and what universe
Bruno
or what century that a great Brazilian side's got those players in it?
Yeah, but this is why they're legends. Barely watch the fucking game and called it out all the time. Go Premier League, you're finished. You're finished. Yeah, who was it? Igor Thiago, another one. He's Brazilian, right? Yeah, it's like same. Like
you know what? I need to check his passport.
No, he's Brazilian.
I want to see his passport. Yeah, but I want to see his passport because no Brazilian player has a touch like that.
What about Jesus?
Igor Thiago.
I want to see his passport.
What about Jesus?
Well, I've seen evidence of him in the favelas, but I still want to see his passport that he's Brazilian. Because he's.
He's waiting. Allegedly, he's waiting for a British passport, and that's why he's refusing to leave. I don't know if that was a made-up story online.
Who, Jesus?
Yeah, well, somebody put it in my comments. I don't know if it's true because I don't really give a fuck. Yeah, I just want him gone. No, apparently he's got 5 more months and he gets a British passport.
So he wants to stay in England then? Is that what I'm hearing? He wants to stay in England?
Yeah. So basically, I don't know if
championship. Get him on down to Queen's Park. Next to him in London. You can get him on. Let's get him on down
there.
I don't know if that's true, by the way, but somebody put it in my comments.
Charlton. He can go to Charlton. Hey man, they on the up. They on the up, Lee.
He can go West Ham if he wants. We need some players.
Lee, I've got a question.
Millwall.
I've got a question, Matty. Does Eze start over Fabio Vieira? That's the question.
That's the $1 million question there. That's the $1 million question.
But I thought you seriously.
We'll know by next Tuesday.
Hang on, Matty. You might think it's crazy, but Eze's in the same boat as Fabio. He can't get a game, nor can Fabio. What's the difference?
The only difference is Eze's on about 180 grand a week, which is 4 times more than Fabio.
Right,
I think Eze will start a lot of games this season in a perverse sort of way.
I think when they're all fit, I don't think he is. I think he's another one of Arteta's.
He didn't want him.
He's another one of Arteta's fall guys. I'm afraid.
Is he a Berta by then?
Palace player strapped in an Arsenal shirt. We've still not seen. We've only ever seen the Crystal Palace type. We've not seen the Crystal Palace Eze yet.
The only time we've seen it was when he slapped a goal against Palace and against Spurs.
That was it.
Well, the goal against Newcastle as well. That was a cracker.
Oh yeah, and he scored a screamer in was it Leverkusen against Leverkusen?
Yeah, that. Oh bloody hell!
That goal was crazy. But this is what he can do. You know he can do that. The problem is that was just off the cuff. Didn't even think about the manager.
But when we're playing that
slower tempo of game, these players are thinking, shit, if I do something wrong, the manager's going to crucify me.
You know what I said in Dan's show about today's footballers? Do you remember? Do you remember? I know you love snooker, some of you guys, but I know used to be a player called Steve Davis. We used to call him Interesting Steve.
Oh,
Well, a lot of footballers are Interesting Steves. No, seriously, there's no one who stands out in the Premiership who's world class. It's just poor. He entertained me. There's no Jimmy Whites. There's no Hurricane Higgins in football.
Yeah, I think Cherky's like
it's
that.
Interesting Steves in football. What's that?
Cherky's a baller.
Yeah, but
So
he
he's
can't
an
get out his own
Higgins.
way.
He can't
He's
get
an
a fucking
Higgins.
game.
I've got to be
Yo,
honest.
he can't get out his own way.
So Cherky's an Alex Higgins then. He's an Alex Higgins and Jimmy White then.
Cherky's
Or Ronnie
a-
O'Sullivan.
Yeah, there's a few good players in this league, but there's not many that get you off
Yeah,
your
but,
seat.
all right, so as I said, there's a lot of interesting Steves.
Solis is
Yeah.
the first player, and I'm not saying he's going to do it every season, and the jury's still out. Let's see what he's like come into January, February time. But he was the first player in a long while that when he got the ball against Coventry, I was like, oh, hang on a minute. Because he was direct and he'd done the easy things. If it needs whipping, he'll whip it. Look up, gets the ball, looks up, takes his man on, bang. That's what you want to see. Direct.
He done it against
He's
City
the
as well.
first player I've seen do that in an Arsenal shirt for a long time.
Properly
Apart
take
from
it.
Down,
Apart from
Yeah.
down, yeah.
and actually do it with quality as well, because
Yeah.
Madueke does that, but then trips over and it goes for a goal kick.
Madway.
You guys pay your season ticket every year. Honestly, you just know that everyone in that stadium, when he gets the ball, mate, is going, please don't run it out of play. Please don't run it out of play. Mate, we sit on the watch alongs here and we go, Madueke's on the ball. What's he going to do?
Who's
Mate, he goes,
Newcastle
run it
side?
out of play.
Newcastle's
I'll
on
do
Newcastle.
Elanga. I was just going to say Elanga. When
Right,
Elanga
if
has
that's Madway,
Yeah.
that's it in the corner flag.
Yeah.
Or going over the bar.
I'm telling you
He's
right now,
taking-
that manager
if
at
it's Saga,
Newcastle,
he's
yeah,
taking a
watch
touch and
Alanga.
checking back.
Watch Alanga this season. Alanga's going to have a
watch
mad
Newcastle.
season.
Yo, what do I like? Watch
Well, I didn't
Newcastle.
sell him, mate, but they thought I didn't know
I'm
ball. 'cause
still-
he was
You know what?
I
I like that guy. I like him.
Yeah, I had him tipped to struggle. I had him tipped to struggle this season, but
DJ don't know ball, lads.
Yeah. But you know they're getting Nico Gonzalez. They signed Nico Gonzalez
done
from
that.
Man City.
They're looking at Ethan as well.
What Ethan?
Apparently, they're
Nwaneri?
interested in Ethan. Yeah.
Long.
How much do you think? Like, do you actually think we'll sell him, or do you reckon we'll loan him?
Long.
No,
And if we
we'll
do
loan him.
sell him, how much do you reckon we'll get for him?
Nice. Loaning. The
25
think-
mil, 30 mil, 30 mil.
I think there's certain people at the club that don't want to sell. There's certain people at the club who don't want to sell any of the triumvirate,
I'd
which
like
I
to
call
see
the
him
triumvirate, is Dowman, Miles, and Ethan. I don't think any of them. There's certain people at the club who think, you know what, they're the future. Why sell them? You guys say that.
Ethan, where
You
is
guys
he?
as fans say they're the future. Why sell them?
Big up, Jay.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
I'll be
It's
honest
true.
with you. I want to see him sold because I know for a fact he hasn't got a future at this football club, and I think it's a shame that.
Which
kind of
one?
player-
Which
Uh,
one?
Ranieri.
Ethan
I
Smith
think
Rowe.
it's a shame that he's. I don't want to see him just rot away at the football club.
And the longer he stays, the
If he
less contract he's got, and the
Yeah,
cheaper he'll go
look,
for.
We've got Euros coming up. We've got another World Cup in 4 years. Sell if he's not in your plans, don't mess around with a kid. Sell him, get the money in the bank, so we can then go and sign.
You know what,
Get the
guys?
money in the bank and let the kid go and play somewhere else.
You know, I've got some concerns though. You know what I'm
Big
really
up, Martin,
concerned
man.
about? I think it's self-explanatory our concerns in the league. That first game in the Carabao Cup, we got a lot of. It's very congested in our squad, in terms, and I worry about whether some of our youngsters, not so much Miles, that's a given, he's in the team now, but Ethan and Max, I worry about whether they'll get games in the Carabao because
No, they won't. Reece Nelson will be starting. Jesus will be
Yeah,
starting.
I
Fabio
do have
Vieira will be
concerns about
starting.
Hey,
Kepa will
Lee,
be starting.
hey, Lee, you know this manager. He'll start the whole first team in the Carabao. Remember he did it last year. They start the whole team in the Carabao Cup.
yeah, but if you notice in the Carabao Cup in these early rounds of Carabao Cup, everyone seems to be playing full teams because I think they're using it as
When
fitness.
is the draw for that? Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's. Is it no? Is it today? Or
Which
tomorrow?
you mean the Champions League?
Yeah, no, the
No,
Carabao Cup.
Let me have a look.
Carabao
Let me
Cup.
ask it.
think it's tomorrow.
Yeah, but
When is
Champions
the
League,
Carabao
Carabao
Cup?
Cup.
Champions League
Third
tomorrow.
round.
Champions League
Yeah.
tomorrow. Carabao Cup today.
Carabao Cup
Today,
third
yeah.
round draw is today.
Yeah,
Tonight.
it's
7:20 British summertime. Thank you.
Oh, it's
7:20 p.m. So it's happening now.
Thank you.
happening
Oh,
now.
Oh, sorry,
who-
sorry, no, sorry, my bad. That's a pre-draw. I don't know what a pre-draw means.
The got pre-assist.
It says,
pre-draw?
pre-draw
Pre-assist,
scheduled for
pre-assist.
probably during the match build-up. The preliminary draw enters whether the 8 clubs playing in the Champions League and Europa will play their third round matches at home or away. What the fuck's that all about?
Weird.
Yeah, and then at 10:15 UK time, that's the main draw. So they're going to do a pre-draw, guys, to see whether we play at home or away first.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They're
What's that all
unregulated
about?
pudding, isn't it?
All this PR with football now is bull.
Hey, JB, it's money. Hey, man, we got
Hey, DJB, West Ham away or Millwall away? What's your poison? Think about your oyster, mate. Think about your oyster.
I'd take West Ham away.
Well, yeah.
I said, think about your oyster
Millwall,
card.
Think about your oyster card.
I don't give a shit who we get. We better win a
Whatever
trophy.
we get away, Millwall or West Ham, Kenny, I'm coming with you.
Fair. Thanks, mate. Target.
Kenny's
If
bodyguard.
you go in together, I'm all right.
Yeah. Look, I'll protect you, Millwall away.
Oh,
Don't worry, I'll
I'm in
protect
that
you.
bathroom, yeah.
Oh,
One
mate.
sec.
I think, yeah, Millwall are a good team this season. They're going to do well this season.
Should have came up last year. They should have came up last year.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'll
they're
tell
gonna do
you
well
one
this-
thing
they're gonna
right
be a
now.
problem.
If I don't believe in like I said, neutral fans going to Millwall, West Ham, but I'll tell you one thing. I would love to be a fly on the
19th
wall.
of September. It's 19th of September.
Where's
Pubs
that?
and shutters on the windows around
Would
here
it-
and everything.
Is it at the London Stadium?
I think it's at Mill. I think they're
At
away.
the
I
Den?
think it's at Millwall.
Who are we playing that day? Brighton,
On the
aren't we? I think we're playing Brighton.
Let's see. Hold on. I'll look. You know,
We've
look
got
right.
Brighton, haven't we?
I think it's Brighton away.
Yeah, we are playing. Yeah, Brighton. What time? What time is the West Ham game? Because I actually want to watch that.
I think it's a Brighton game, 3:00 kickoff.
3:00 kickoff for y'all. Yeah.
Oh, right. So Jesus Christ, can you imagine it?
It's at Millwall. It's at Millwall. 19th, and it's
we better watch this because that's the early kickoff. Early
12:30
kickoff. Yeah, early kickoff. So Kenny, we'll be up watching that one. We'll be talking.
You know what? I'm clearing my diary. I'm clearing my diary for that one.
Put it on the
It's-
calendar
it's-
right now. So I
It's
don't.
the biggest derby everyone's been waiting to see.
I don't. You know what? I'm clearing my diary. I don't care about the football. I just want to see that. I just want to see both. I just want to see people from Essex and people from like Kent get together.
Kent.
Well, a lot of their fans live in Kent. Oh, I don't know. There's not many Millwall fans in Bermondsey. The ones in Bermondsey, the ones that can't afford to move to the home counties.
It's wicked. Oh, I don't
No,
know.
but I tell you, Millwall fans. Oh my God.
No, they're passionate. They've got a bad name for themselves, but they are passionate fans.
Yeah, but you know when Millwall played Spurs about 9 years ago, where all the Spurs, naughty boys came out to see if there's any action, and all the Millwall boys came out, and these Spurs fans started mouthing off, and then Millwall reminded them who they are.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No, you don't do that. You don't go down to Millwall and mouth it off. You just go
No,
down.
but Millwall, I tell you, Millwall. Whenever Millwall come down, or wherever we go to Millwall, I just say, you know what, disguise, no filming, nothing. Just go in disguise. Even if it means shave my head and shave my beard, I'll do it. Because it's Millwall. I don't want anyone to recognise me, mate. Seriously, they are the most passionate fans ever, and it's an experience. But I don't think it's good for your heart if you've got high blood pressure, because you're always thinking, Jesus Christ, where's the exits? Where's the escort?
Exactly. I don't know how they're going to handle that. It's 12:30 kickoff at Millwall.
Yeah.
That's going to be
Down a bandit country, innit?
Yeah, you don't want to be really travelling anywhere near sort of that neck of the woods at that time. If you've got shopping to do, get it the day before.
But there's always one in it. I've got a story about my sister-in-law and the North London. Remember the North London derby in 2014, the 5:30 kickoff,
Yeah.
and it was kicking off at Holloway Road. I looked around. I went, "Oh my God!" I just saw Pratt. I just saw one of those like push chairs, and my niece was in there. I looked at my sister-in-law. And I went up to her and said, "What are you doing here?" We went, "Oh, we're just going for a little walk." I said, "We're playing Tottenham as a North London Derby. What the hell's going on? Get yourself home."
Get yourself home.
I said,
Exactly.
"What?" She said, "It's only a football match." I said, "It's more than that." So
Yeah.
I basically said, "Right, to hell with that. I'm walking you home, mate." I just walked them home. I said, no, you don't come out at that time, man.
No, you can't be doing that. Can't be doing that at all. It's not nice.
Yeah.
It's not nice. But what about Celtic's result? That was unbelievable, wasn't it?
We were talking about it yesterday. Yeah.
But you know what? When you think about Celtic and Rangers, you only have to look at Scotland in the World Cup. They were pitiful. They were so rubbish.
Yeah,
they're so bad. They got no striker. How the hell do they qualify for major tournaments without a striker?
Don't know, mate. Really don't know. They were bad. But Celtic, wow. Where do you think they would, if they got in the Premier, if they were allowed to play in the Premier League? Where would Celtic be?
They'll get relegated.
You reckon?
Yeah. 20 years ago, they would have gotten in Europe. Now they get relegated because the caliber of player they're buying and the caliber of player that they're selling they're not selling players to the Premier League, top class Premier League clubs. This isn't like the 70s and 80s and 60s where Scottish football and English football was like that. It was like, you know what I mean? Leeds could play Celtic and get smashed. Arsenal could play Rangers and get smashed. It's not going to happen. It doesn't happen no more because there's a massive gulf between even the Championship and the Scottish Premiership.
Even the teams of like Brentford and Brighton playing Celtic would probably beat them, wouldn't they?
They'll thrash them.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? When you think the size of that football club, Celtic. I mean,
you know what kills the home. You know what kills Scottish football. What's killing them, and it's got killing the national teams, is that all these players from Northern Ireland, Wales, and Scotland, they're not getting into English academies because our homegrown players happen to be Brazilians, Dutch, and French. Yeah. So all these young players that used to come from like Belfast, Glasgow, Cardiff, even the Republic, then they can't get into our academies.
No, it's true. No, it's a shame. It is a major problem going forward, though.
And it hurts their national sides because you think about it, 30 years ago, even 30, if you looked at the teams for the Republic, Northern Ireland, Wales, and Scotland, they had players playing in the top flight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it is a major problem going forward, isn't it? It's a major problem going forward.
England will always be strong because of the simple reason the infrastructure now with St George's Park and the fact that England are now a tournament team. England will eventually win one of those big tournaments because of the conveyor belt of talent, and the mentality in major tournaments is a lot better than what it was even 10 years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, facts.
Like they've won the Youth World Cups at under 17, under 20s, and they win the European Championships under 21s every time. They win it all the time. That is big tournament mentality.
Yeah. No, it is. I mean, I couldn't believe it with the Celtic yesterday. I mean, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I mean,
yeah, it's literally one goal behind the other one. They couldn't stop the bleeding at all.
They're 4-0. They were 1-0 up, weren't they?
They were up, and then they came all the way back. I think the crowd, the stadium for last. I think they just got something into it, and that was it. That crowd was wild last night, man. When they drew that game, it was like, oh. When they got 3-4, it was like, oh yeah, we got him now. We got him. And that brother was unstoppable. It seemed like every time he went forward, he scored.
Yeah.
I think it's a crying shame.
Henrik Larsson was Celtic's quality player. He was incredible, wasn't he?
But you remember the day when Rangers, when they had Souness, they bought top players, and players like Brian Laundrup at Celtic. Gazza went over there. Gazza, Richard Gough left Spurs to go there. Gordon Jury went back to Scotland. All top players. And you look at Scotland's results, and all right, they never got past the group stages, but at least they produced better matches and better performances and better results.
Breaking news. Al Hilal have now agreed all details to sign Ollie Watkins.
Wow. So they're getting Martinelli, Watkins.
Deal accepted. Deal accepted, Kenny. 58.4 million euros.
What's his salary?
They don't have. I don't see.
I know because he refused to play against Brighton, didn't he?
Yeah, but
I don't know.
They made 58.4 million, so they basically make the money back just immediately.
You know what? Yeah. He's probably talked to his mate Ivan Toney. He said, Ivan Toney says, you know what? You'll score 40 goals a season, and you'll get paid 600 grand a week. Come with me. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
And John Duran.
John Duran plays for Benfica, right?
Well, he's like Benfica. He's going to Portugal now.
I swear John Duran's in Benfica.
He only needed to be there one season to change his life and his family's life.
And do you know what the maddest thing is? It's a Benfica. Do you know what the maddest thing is? He never even lived in Saudi. He lived in Bahrain and got a private jet in every day because he didn't marry his bird.
Wow.
Yeah, and he weren't allowed to stay there unless he married his bird. So he got a private jet in every day.
Jesus Christ.
Then he went to Fenerbahce. Yeah, like 6 months later, and now he's at Benfica. Bro, this band keep falling upwards. I swear down. Like, you don't have to even be good at football. As long as you can run, 15 kilometers in 90 minutes, you're sweet, and you can just pass the ball stars, you're good to go.
Think about it. The stat, if they're paying that amount of money, the standard's got to be high because there's still a lot of players going in their prime to that Saudi league.
Kenny, if you had Kaká and all these players playing today, could you imagine the money that had to be thrown out for some of these players that we all watched?
Yeah.
Kind of viral.
How much would Bergkamp be worth?
Yeah.
And Leo Messi, imagine 17, 18, 19, 20 year olds.
It's funny you should say that.
Saudi would throw everything at it.
It's funny you should say that because it's funny to say it because I was doing when I was doing that filming, I was interviewing fans.
Kenny, we need more fans like you getting.
But what I was doing is that we're talking about insurance, and actually, you'd be surprised that Bergkamp's value when we bought him isn't that high in today's money. So I'm talking about inflation, not potential. I'm talking about inflation. In inflation terms, it's not actually that high.
That ain't. How much did we buy him? 7 mil, wasn't it?
7 mil? Yeah, you know what I mean. And it was
how much did we buy Bergkamp for?
No. So I got it wrong. Thierry Henry, we bought him for 11 million.
Oh yeah.
And the one.
How much is 11 million in 2026 if we buy a player in 2000?
So we bought him in 1999, August 99. We bought Thierry Henry. What is, in terms of inflation, what is his value in today's market?
That's a good question. Let me ask AI. If you bought a player for 11 million pounds in 1999, with inflation, how much would he cost now?
Yeah. I got the answer anyway.
AI, 90 million.
No, wrong. 75.
The one before that says
no. It's all wrong in terms of inflation.
One before that says 120 million.
No, wrong.
He's talking about tariffs and all that stuff, inflation. So yeah,
I'm talking about economic terms, inflation.
130 million.
No,
it wouldn't be worth that. It'd be worth. No, you're talking about the achievements, but
you're just talking about normal inflation.
Normal inflation.
Guess 24 million. It says.
No, yeah, exactly. That's it.
24 million.
Yeah. We're thinking, JJB, we're thinking about what he's done over his career.
That's
it. So those are questions that I was asking. Asking fans.
24 million now.
Yeah.
All right. By that logic, Kenny, I'm gonna ask you a question. What would Neymar go for?
Well, he went for 200
in 1999. We paid how much did PSG pay for him?
209 million.
In today's market, it'd be worth if that we paid that in 1999. In 2026, that'd be 400 million.
Jesus,
400 million. Yeah.
How much would R9 go for?
How much did he go?
222 million euros. So 200 million Neymar went for. Yeah. That was in 2017. So how much would Neymar be in this era?
I think he'd probably be about 250. in terms of inflation, real inflation.
It says 268 to 310 million
pretty
pounds.
Close. Yeah, but
310, fucking bro.
Yeah.
I swear, anyone who's got a child that is a male,
Mm.
yeah, or identifies as a male, we don't want to discriminate. We're
know how to run
we're
fast.
gender fluid over here, right? Make sure they can run 10, 15 kilometers and pass a ball 5 yards.
Yeah, that's it.
They'll make it. That's your retirement fund.
Hey, Lee, some of the questions, a lot of people I was asking questions, quite a lot of them got caught out in the questions, the answers. I only gave the answers at the end of the filming. I had to do, when filming ends, you have to just, give the answers to the camera. Yeah. If some of the people watch the video, they were way off the mark when it came to Dennis Burkhart's value. And
I was way off the mark.
So right.
24 million pounds.
That's right. Yeah, but it's
but
real
we're
inflation.
thinking of the player. We're not just talking about the actual inflation of
he was coming off.
cost of
Hey,
the
Kenny,
money.
if one Burkhardt coming off with injury hit season that year? We got him.
There's another question about Forbes. And according to Forbes market, which club is more not worth more? Which club is more valuable according to Forbes? Chelsea or Arsenal?
Chelsea.
Forbes. Let's talk about. Yeah, because you're talking about in terms
Chelsea
of
know how to sell players, can he? That's a
no. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's all about mortgages, resale, and sale. When it comes to Forbes, that's what
does
that's
that come with assets
index
as well, like hotels and all that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
so
the whole thing. I'll still
so
say
who's
Chelsea.
more valuable? Who's more valuable?
Chelsea.
Arsenal. No, Arsenal 5.4 billion, Chelsea 4.2 billion.
How?
Wow.
Because we won a title last year.
No, it's nothing to do with that. It's a bit. Remember what do Arsenal own that Chelsea don't own?
Well, Chelsea own their pitch.
Yeah, I was trying to
No. Chelsea
what do
don't
we
own their
own?
pitch.
Chelsea pitch owners. Sorry, Chelsea pitch owners own the pitch. Yes.
Exactly.
So what do we own? Oh, the stadium.
We own our pitch. We own our
we own the
pitch.
stadium.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
stadium.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell, I was off, right?
Yeah.
That was Wenger's legacy, wasn't it?
So in real terms, it's basically what are you buying for your money and what you're going to get for what you're getting. What are you
Yeah, because
buying?
Abramovich tried buying that pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Chelsea pitch owners won't have it. Every player that's played for Chelsea gets one share in that pitch.
Mm.
Yeah, but that's mad. And then they've been trying to move everywhere. They tried to move to what was the they've tried to move to Battersea.
They tried
Earls Court, Battersea.
Battersea Power Station.
Yeah.
And they actually tried to
They
move
tried
around
to move
the
to
ground.
near Brighton, then tried to move further down near Brighton somewhere.
They want to go Twickenham. Twickenham said no.
Twickenham, yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing
I
is,
think
because of the council regulations where they are, they can't expand it. But this is that's why that club winds me up so much.
Mm.
You know, because it's like they've got a smaller stadium than us. They had a smaller stadium, bigger stadium than we had at Highbury.
Mm.
But they had the influx of the money with Roman and all that, yeah. Best owner I've ever seen in my life, by the way.
He's without shadow of doubt.
Sole owner. Yeah, best ever. Yeah, but it's like now they've got this guy in, right?
Mm.
And they just
He's
keep
selling the
doing
club, isn't he?
Well, he's selling it to his own company.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't swear unless I have to. They are in deep shit, Chelsea. The deepest of shit financially that, let's just say, any money they make only pays off, doesn't even pay off the interest they owe to the banks.
Yeah, I think they're over. I think every year. I see an article the other day. I can't remember what I see it. Yeah, I think every year they have to pay nearly 100 million quid in interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Man United's not far behind. I think they have to pay about 70 million.
Mm.
Yeah. But the thing is, every club is in debt. Every single club, because
even us.
They're amortized the payments. Yeah, every single club's in debt. We're still we're still owed money from deals that we got rid of like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Because it's
you know why clubs are in debt though? The reason why clubs are in debt is because they actually spend the money before it goes in the coffers. They're actually spending money they think they're going to get, and it's actually a gamble. So all this money that everyone says Arsenal are going to get from TV, Premiership prize money, money from the Champions League, they haven't got that money yet.
It's the same with the players that we've sold. It's the same with the players we've sold. Yeah, so I see a tweet yesterday, and I was going to and fro on Twitter because obviously Wi-Fi was effed, so I downloaded Twitter on my phone. I've deleted it now because I don't want to look at that because I'll just go at everyone. Right, so I'm like, F that. And I see a tweet where somebody said, in fact, I'm not even going to paraphrase. Let me get the tweet. Yeah, so basically, it was hand of Arsenal. Yeah, that's not the same hand of Arsenal, by the way, as it was last year, because that guy's left the football club and used to work for the football club. An agreement is now imminent. Gabriel Martinelli is very close to signing for Al Hilal. Yeah. Yeah, this word fucking kills me, yeah, because you could say this in a billion different ways, and it's another Google fucking chat GPT shit. Yeah. Tripartite. Yeah. Tripartite. So basically it's a three-way fucking deal. It's Ituano, get Estelle on. Yeah. A tripartite agreement will be announced soon. Thank you for your service, right? He then adds that to further add, Arsenal were busy sorting out deal, blah, 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 right? But he quoted his own tweet originally, which is this one, right? Martinelli and Al Hilal are closing in on reaching an agreement over personal terms, fee in the region of 60 million euro. Notice they all put euros instead of pounds. Saudi do not work on euros. I think it's dirhams. Yeah, I may be wrong. And Arsenal work on pound sterling. Arsenal had bought Martinelli from Ituano, yeah, and Ituano are expected to receive 15 to 20% of any profit, yeah? Right? Then, the amount of people replying to it, I'm just like, what are we talking about here? Everyone's going, oh, I can't wait to see, yeah? Right, here it is. I'm interested to see what the final profit figure we make is, right? So, I quoted it with this. To further add, Arsenal were busy sorting all the technicalities today regarding both sell-ons. Interested to see the final profit figure we make, right? I quoted that. He cost 6 million. We've paid him 46 million in wages from the day he signed till now. And the sell-on is 20% that we have to pay to them. What are you talking about profit? But on the balance sheet, we bought him for 6. We're sending 55 million. We've made 55 million profit. But if you run a business, that's not how it works. You can do that on the balance sheet, and then you can do clever accounting. So when people want to moan, and this comes back to Chelsea, when people want to moan about Chelsea and Man City, well, hang on a minute, that's going to go down as 49 million quid profit. It's not. We paid him 46 million quid. Yeah, and we have to give them 20% of the profit.
That's it, yeah.
So we've actually lost money. But then somebody, rightly so, came out and said to me, what about the shirt sales? Yeah, wages are a cost of paying a footballer. Your dumb logic, 99.99% of players are brought and sold after staying at the club for 7 years, didn't make a profit. So I quoted him and said, well done, you finally got it, mate. You pay a fee and then you pay the players' wages for years, then you sell them. Total cost of the player, yeah. Add shirt sales in, yada, yada, yada. Right? If you add shirt sales in for Gabby Martinelli, we've already been paid from Adidas. Yeah, we've already been paid from Adidas. If you buy a Martinelli 11 shirt from the club store, yeah, or like at the ground or online, if you buy that from Arsenal, they get about 5% of the total sale. Yeah, so of the shirt, yeah. But if thank you. If it's Martinelli 11 and that's done at the club store online and or in the club store, the Armory, whatever, the club keep every bit of that. So how many shirts do you reckon Martinelli's sold, and how many of them have actually given us Martinelli 11 that the club keep the whole of that from Arsenal.com? Yeah, because Adidas have already paid us. Then he come back at me and he said, yeah, but what about league finish? He's helped us get league finish and so on and so forth. That counts for so on and so. It does. I hear that. When we finished 5th and Antonio Conte finished 4th, Premier League revenue, we got 9 million less than Man City finished 1st. We finished 5th. So now divide that 9 million minus, right? So 9 million less than Man City. So how do we divide that out then? Martinelli, yeah, has underachieved in my view. You said he's overachieved. I disagree.
No, I just talk about for a player of his limited ability, but from a business point of view, he's underachieved, I suppose. But for
the ability that he showed when he first came in, yeah, I think that he's underachieved. But I think that's down to the fact that he's come from poverty, yeah, in Division 4 of Brazil, He's now living in a big city in England. He's getting paid 180 grand a week. He was on 30 grand a week when we first signed him for no apparent fucking reason. Yeah, Edu, again, probably knows his cousin, his brother, his uncle or someone. Yeah, same with Marquinhos still. And I look at it and I think, okay, cool. On paper, it looks great. Yeah. Tijani Reinders, another one. He goes from Manchester City a year later for 5 million profit. How much did they pay him all year? Well, he didn't work for free, did he? So if you're running a business, yeah, okay, on the accounts, you can do that. But in general, you still have to pay the player. He's not working for free. So have you made a profit?
You see, you know, it's an interesting point for a foot. Reinders was a player that was a complete, and that's not digging a player out. It's clear that he can play football, but once again, when you buy Dutch players, especially, and they play a lot of time, they play a lot of their football in the Dutch league. The golfing fitness, I wouldn't say class, golfing quality and fitness is night and day. Look at Dennis Bergkamp's son-in-law when he came to Man United.
Van der Beek.
You know what I mean?
Van der Beek was the same, wasn't he, when he went to Man United?
That's it.
He was on
Dennis' son-in-law.
European club's lips, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Everyone was watching him, wanted him. Went to Man United, didn't quite work out for him, but
he wasn't strong enough physically for our league.
I liked Reinders actually. I liked Reinders when he played in the Euros and that. I liked him. I quite liked him.
His first game for Man City was good as well. But this is the problem with a lot of these footballers here, especially South Americans. And I don't want to dig out South Americans. We love the Colombianos and the Venezuelans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
but not the Argentines.
Yeah, no. Well, to be honest, my neighbour opposite is Argentinian, and she is fucking incredible, mate. Brenda, bless up, Brenda. You've met her, haven't you?
Does she dye her hair?
She's naturally beautiful, man. No, she is stunning, mate. but no, these South Americans, a lot of them that get into football, yeah, they've come from nothing. Same with Ecuadorians. Like Ecuador, I think the national average salary is about £300 a week. Or 300 euros, a month, 300 euros or £300 a month. There's loads of Ecuadorians here that are working for under minimum wage in bars and restaurants. But
you go to South London, there's a big South American community in South London.
They're getting paid 4 times more here. So they're sending the money back, to help their families out. So they're more South Americans and Spanish, and Europeans in general, they're more family orientated than us English. I've seen it all the time since I've been here. But South Americans, they're all about helping their family out. Yeah, and I like that. Yeah, but at the same time, Martinelli, just coming back to Martinelli, whilst we're talking about this, is Martinelli has come from Division 4 of Brazilian football. The fee that we paid is Toronto, paid for their new training complex. They've been promoted twice since. Yeah, and we've got to give them 15 to 20% of that 55 million. Yeah, they're sweet again. They'll probably end up winning a title in 2 years.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing with the Brazilian clubs, but all these things you're doing for that club, it's to the detriment of Brazilian football because the players that we got associated with, where like I said, Brazilian coaches, when they're looking at young players, all they care about is whether they're strong enough to play in Europe. They don't care whether they can entertain us and play with panache. So when you look at Brazil, they're producing great defenders, great goalkeepers, great right backs, great left backs, but the midfielders are not good enough.
Attackers.
Attackers are good enough.
When these players were growing, sorry, can you go on? Sorry.
No, I'm just. But that's sad. That saddens me. I don't want to see world class players like Alisson or Dida or Edison. You know what I mean? I don't want to see these players. I want to see Kaká. I want to see Zico, Socrates,
Ronaldinho.
You don't want to see who
there. I want to see these players. I don't want to see. You know what I mean? It breaks me.
Brazilian football, bro.
Because it's crap.
They watch the Brazilian league, but they don't watch the Brazilian national team. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
It's crap.
I can tell you now, the players are there. You've got to go to the lowest league to go get these players that want to play for the country as opposed to playing for
like Martinelli.
Yeah.
Martinelli was Division 4, mate. Yeah, who's that guy that went to West Ham, Guilherme? He's a baller.
I told y'all the cat we were talking about before we came on there. I said the fellow over in the Southampton fans in here, Leo Senza, that's over
Henry Gurney was telling us that in northwest London, there's a massive Brazilian community in northwest London.
Yeah, facts. But this is the thing: Brazilians don't watch Brazilian football, Brazilian national team. Not all of them. Whereas if Brazil were playing back in our era, then we just sound like miserable old men, maybe. Yeah, but it was like it was proper football. The whole country.
They were everyone's second team, weren't they? Brazil back in the day. Everyone.
Now we have to get gassed up about a goalkeeper at Cabo Verde because he won our hearts. And he getting fucking World Cup team of the season, team in the tournament. He didn't win a game. The goalkeeper for Spain conceded 1 goal and won the tournament, mate. Like all of this is a gimmick.
The thing about individual awards, I think when you talk about individual awards, I think what's happening is that the actual intentions have been lost. I think nowadays you give people Player of the Year, Ballon d'Or, because their clubs won trophies, but football's a team sport. I still think when you've got an individual award like the PFA Player of the Year, the Football Rights Player of the Year, and the Ballon d'Or, it has to be the most outstanding performances by a player, regardless of whether their club win things or not.
Yeah, but on that basis, did Bruno Fernandes deserve to win that?
On what he did, he has to be. Yes, he did because
I don't think so.
But that's what I'm trying to say. When you talk about the PFA Player of the Year, it doesn't say in the rules that he has to. It may not have to win the Champions League and win the league. It has to say his individual contributions. That's what these awards are for. But what's happening now? If you to win a Ballon d'Or, someone who's had a great season, played out of his skin, performs well every year, scores loads of goals. If he doesn't play for Real Madrid or Barcelona and they don't win the Champions League or La Liga, he's not going to get considered.
Yeah, but when they did the, I didn't even bother looking at it. Yeah, somebody was in my chat last night and I couldn't see it because I was doing it off my phone, obviously. Yeah, saying, "Oh, Premier League team of the season," blah blah blah. I'm like, Premier League team of the season, yeah, is the team. Like, I quote tweeted it. I didn't even look at the team. Yeah, I just quoted it. I don't even know who's in the team of the season. Premier League team of the season is Arsenal Football Club. They're the team of the season. But then, you've got players that have fucking won nothing. Yeah, this is all a gimmick. Yeah, to get more eyes on the league and get talking points. The same with when they do the referee thing, when they get fucking, what's his name, Mike Dean or whatever in the studio. Yeah, it's like, it's all to ref watch and all that. Yeah, like, bruv, what are you talking about? Premier League team of the season is Arsenal Football Club. Pick any 11 out of that team. They're the best team. If you want to do, Premier League team of the season that didn't win the title, that's what we see yesterday.
Well, I totally agree with that. And that's the thing. When it's a team sport and you have these team awards, it's a no-brainer. But when it's the individual awards, I do think that I'm not. So when I see a player get a Ballon d'Or, right, I've got no problem with Messi or Ronaldo winning it because I know Messi or Ronaldo will score individually 40 or 50 goals a season. So in that respect, individually, they played out their skins every season. When I see Rodri get it, it's an opinion. He's won it because Spain won the European Championships 2 years ago. That's when I got an issue. Because I was thinking,
but then what do you base it on? Because
ridiculous.
Because
did he get it because Man City won things, or was it because he had an individually great season? That's where.
So this is where the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, I got crucified for saying this. The Ballon d'Or. Yeah, when I think it was Rodri won it. I think.
Yeah.
I was like, Carvajal should have won it. Carvajal should have won it.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. Yeah, because you're going through contribution,
through trophies and contribution.
Because you see, but
he won the Euros and he was good for Real Madrid, and they won trophies.
Yeah, but Rodri won it because in my opinion, of course, he's a fantastic midfielder. Of course, he had a good season.
And fuck was in the back of him.
There's players who had better seasons than him. But because Spain won the Euros and Man City won the league, he's got it.
Yeah, but he's been a massive part in both of them. Yeah, and like the thing is, he plays for both. Well, obviously, he can't help the nation he was born in. Yeah, or represents, but he can help the fact that he plays for Man City, one of the best teams in Europe, because obviously he's at that level. But at the same time, on the flip side, what you're saying. There's players that are so good that won't ever get that chance to play for Man City, and they're better than some of the players that are playing for Man City. So it's about
but
luck. It's about
but
your
the
agent. It's
journalists,
about opening doors for people, and it's who you know.
You see these journalists, right? They should know football. They should be watching every game and try and watch every league, especially if it's Ballon d'Or. But if it's the Premier League, watch every league game. It shouldn't be like, oh yeah, well his team won a title, give it to him. You know what I mean? It's lazy. I think the voting
it's a popularity
vote
contest.
patterns are lazy. What's that?
It's a popularity contest.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be that.
But they need to come out and say what is.
Henry should have got the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
one of those years, but he gave it to Nedved. Why did Nedved get it?
Lee, was it us that we saw? Zidane got 1 vote.
Oh yeah, mate. Fuck. Who was the other one? Del Piero and Battistuta got 0 votes.
0 votes.
Exactly, but individually they had fantastic seasons.
Yeah,
and I thought that's what the Ballon d'Or should be about.
Yeah, if it's an individual award, then I understand. But
they say the Ballon d'Or, the PFA, and the Football Writers Football Player of the Year are individual awards.
Yeah, but I always look at it the other way. Maybe I'm being ignorant with it. Yeah, the best player in the league is somebody that comes from the team that won the league, because you have literally helped your team achieve the aim of the sport.
Yeah, but what if Jared Bowen?
Yeah, Jared Bowen got relegated.
He gets 30 goals. He gets 35 goals.
They're all irrelevant. Same as Harry Kane. Harry Kane at Tottenham got nothing.
All right. But then they should stop calling it the Ballon d'Or. The PFA and said, right.
Yeah, I agree.
Change the title, change the criteria, and then it's acceptable. When it's an individual award and you give it to a player because he plays for the best team, it becomes a joke.
But the reason they play for the best team a lot of the time is because they're the best players. Yeah. And for me, like I agree. Change the wording of it. Premier League team of the season. It's in the title, bro. Team of the season. Well, it was Arsenal. They won the league. Yeah, so now pick any 11 out of that squad and put them in that 11. Yeah, it's true.
No Del Piero, Nedved slanders allowed on this.
No chance. No Battistuta either. Otherwise, I'm fucking gonna find you, bro. I'm trying to find my fucking Real Sociedad badge because I just realised it's 10 past. It's 9:15, and Real Madrid.
You overrun again, haven't you?
Yeah, I didn't even know the time because I'm enjoying the convo.
Good stream though.
But, Spurs are 0-0 with Charlton. So
come on, Charlton.
Newcastle town.
Charlton 0-0 with Tottenham. Yeah, is it at Tottenham?
Yes, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
We need the best name in world football to score a goal against Tottenham to knock them out. Tyrese Anthony, Tupac Shakur Camp.
Tupac Shakur. All right, we all want Tupac Shakur.
We need Charlton to win, bro. But no, this has been lit. It's the first one we've done all together as well this season. But DJ, love you, man. Yeah, bless up to you, bro. Obviously, we have Aston Villa. We ain't even touched on that, but I'm sure we'll do that. Actually, we need to rejig the podcast, but we'll do that in the group chat. But give us a quick score prediction as it stands right now for Aston Villa and what you got coming up, mate.
Oh, I think Villa could be in free fall. They're letting players go. Watkins just gone as well, so I think there's a bit of turbulence at Aston Villa at the moment, and I know Unai Emery's a brilliant manager, but I think we're going to go there and win 2-1.
What you got coming up in your channel, man?
I've got tonight. We are back with. I'm back with Norski and whoever. I don't know whether Matty's available, but we are doing the midweek mingle.
The mingle with Norms.
That is back tonight for the first time this season. I'm on with Kenny on Friday. We're doing our extra time show. Sunday, I'm doing the Sunday sit back, and all back to normal, my friend. And all good.
Bless up, man. Pin comment. Make sure you sub to DJB. Matty, always a pleasure, man. I'm looking forward to later on the road. Yeah, us sitting there until stupid o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Watching all these leagues, and then they go, "Oh, what does this yank know about ball?" Well, it's quite a lot. Funny enough. What you got coming up, mate? And
I'm going to. We got a couple of errands I got to run after we hop off, and I'm going to try to hop on with brother DJB and Normski for the midweek mingle. So we have a good time, good jolly up over there on Wednesday night.
It's a good one.
So I'll try to get by there tonight, and we'll be back next week for the Villa game Just like I told you, I keep forgetting we got to get adjusted to this champion schedule. I'm used to us playing on Saturdays and
Friday, Monday. What's that all
yeah,
about?
yeah. The champion schedule, you know. And also we didn't talk about this, but I'll say this: I'm looking forward to the Champions League draw tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. What time's that tomorrow?
That's right. Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know what time it is tomorrow. We'll have to say it's gonna be early my time. Let's see.
Is it lunchtime? No.
It's always around midday, the Champions League draw. It's either midday or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's gonna be noon my time. So 5 o'clock your time. Yeah.
Central Eastern European time.
Yeah, so I'll be able to catch
Arsenal versus Real Madrid.
Well, we can't get into Milan away.
Yeah, we can't get. That's right. We
can't play a team 3 times in a row at the same ground.
Can you imagine it if we get someone like
Barcelona?
We're getting Barcelona. We're getting Barcelona and we're getting PSG.
Jesus Christ! Can PSG just go? Can PSG just leave us alone?
I'm sorry, people. I don't think it's going to happen, but I need that Champions League.
We all do.
I think it's going to be hard to win it this year because I think it's going to be 11.
PSG or Barca are winning it. Let's just be real.
Yeah, I'm telling you now, my money's on Barca.
Now they've got money. Now they've got real money. 100% off. I agree with you.
They've always had money, Kenny. They've been blagging everyone.
Yeah, but I think this time, actively, aggressively spending on big players, both sides. They're actually plugging the gaps they have in midfield.
Yeah. Bayern's got a chance, haven't they, this season?
Bayern always have a chance. You can never always the Germans out.
They play attacking football, innit? Anyway, this is what I've got coming up. Well, my wife wants me to watch Professor T with her rather than watch the football, so she's coming first. And I tell you what I may not be doing is going to Nottingham Carnival because I've got to look after the dogs. So I don't know if they allow dogs.
Is that this weekend? Nottingham Carnival.
Nottingham Carnival's Sunday and Bank Holiday Monday. So I don't know if they allow me to bring me dogs.
This weekend.
Yeah. Well, this Bank Holiday, yeah, Bank on Mondays on Mondays.
Right, first.
But come on, what's more important? Nottingham Carnival or Arsenal Aston Villa? Arsenal Aston Villa, I'm afraid.
Looking after the dog, Kenny, is more important, surely.
Yeah, looking after the wifey as well. You got to make sure she's sweet, Kenny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you can't be watching. But the fact is, do you bring dogs? Have you ever seen anyone bring a dog to Nottingham Carnival?
Hey, drop the dog off over at the stadium and let them hang out with Win.
Yeah, man, they can breed. Maybe they can breed some winners. Yeah. Now, big up.
Well, I know Constance not scared of dogs because when Win started going all over him, he was all right with him.
Bless up Leanne as well. She got me a champions program.
Leanne, it was great. It's great to see you and Ola on Friday.
But he's saying, Kenny said it's great.
Sorry I missed you, Leanne. Sorry I missed you, Leanne.
But we're champions. We've got the champions. Don't ever do that again, or you'll get.
Oh my God! Yeah. Ola, what's that song again?
Kenny, I've got a bone to pick with you.
Go on.
What's all this? You sung the old Solace.
He did. He sung it. DJ, he sung it. I've got video evidence of it.
Hey, sung it.
We've got video evidence of Kenny saying,
"You let me down, Kenny. You let me down." Honestly.
I owe Ola. You know what, Ola? Ola bought me a lovely supper after the match.
Oh, so because Ola bought you food, you thought you were getting away about yourself?
He didn't get chicken. He didn't get chicken.
Leanne's crossed him up. It was before the food.
Did he get you chicken wings, Kenny?
I'm not. We're not.
Yeah, there you go, JB. The chicken wings. Yeah, it's the chicken wings.
Yeah.
No, but I'll tell you what,
Kenny's flapping right now.
It's quite. I can see it. It's quite catchy. You know what I mean?
He done the Solace chant, didn't you, Kenny? You let me down, man.
I've got video evidence of him singing that as well.
I know. Yeah, you know what's happened? I'd rather that than North London Forever.
Well,
what about the Eucharist? You've got to do the Eucharist now. You've got to do the Eucharist now, DJ.
No,
he ain't doing that.
You know what? Whoop, it's the sound of the Zullies. No, you have to do that. Kenny got sucked in by them. No. Yeah, Kenny don't even drink, so you can't even blame alcohol.
No.
Blame it on the water.
Hey, you know what?
Don't blame it on the water.
Don't
blame it on the chicken. Don't blame it on the Ola.
I'll tell you, it was absolutely mad.
I blame Ola too.
Yeah, I definitely do. You know, it was absolutely mad because I didn't get home till about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Blame Ola, mate.
Kenny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I blame Ola. Ola was doing corner. He was doing that in the fucking club level. They were going mad at him.
I'll catch up with Ola. Don't worry, I'll catch up.
We will you know the funniest thing about it is that when I got to the other end of Crouch End, the bloody chicken shop's open. I went the wrong way last week, 2 weeks ago.
Kenny, that's all that Ribena you drink, mate. Like all them E numbers, mate.
There was this young girl. I was cursing because there's no bus, and she went up to me and goes, "Are you all right?" So I told her where I lived, and she told me where she lived. And then when we got
for you, Kenny.
Yeah, you know what I said to her when we got off the bus? I said to her, "Right, are you all right getting home?" She said, "Yeah, all right." She said, "I'll just live up there." I said, "All right, don't talk to strangers."
Don't talk to strangers.
It was
you gotta love
hilarious.
Londoners. You gotta love Londoners.
She was in her 20s, and I said to her, "Don't talk to strangers." Well, I'm talking to you. She said, "You know what? I'd rather eat my food than do anything with you, love."
Listen, we're going to rate the reaction channel. I'm 22 minutes late for the Madrid game. But big up Stephen Gilchrist.
Big up, guys.
Penny is right. I live 5 minutes from Millwall, New Den. Bermondsey is hideous. That's where my family are from. Around that end. Just like anywhere in South. Bro, I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. But no, this show's been lit. First one we've done this season with all of us. And yeah, Kenny's a legend, man. Also, Kenny's funny. When we were speaking to them fucking Spurs fans last season, Kenny, and
that was hilarious. one of them thought he was Daddy Dyer, mate.
That was funny. It was on the fan cam, and the geezers started going, "That fucking." Yeah, it was funny.
Roberto Di
Matteo, mate. But yeah, Matty, very quick score prediction. We're not going to hold you guys to it because obviously we ain't seen the starting 11 yet. Aston Villa Monday, and then Kenny, and then we'll go.
I'm going to go 2-2 draw.
Yeah, my manager, mate.
I'm watching it. Newcastle just scored. That's what I was saying. Looking at
what about you, Kenny?
I'm going to go for like 1-0 Arsenal. I think we'll just score and shut up shop. It's a good. Villa, regardless of whether Villa are in free fall or not, I don't think they're in free fall. They're going to be so difficult to beat. If we get a win, then just take the points and come back to North London. That's what I'd do anyway.
I think we're playing them at the right time. It'd be a tough game. It always is Villa Park. We never do well at Villa Park. I'll tell you one thing, DJ. If they get it right, if they play to the best of their ability and they play with passion at high tempo, we could lose.
They always raise their game against us because the manager can't stand us because of how we treat him.
Yeah. No, I agree with all that.
If there's one team who could turn us over this season, it's them.
I'll give you my score prediction.
We'll win 2-1.
The Gooner. I'll give you my score prediction when the starting 11 comes out.
We're away or at home?
Away. Then we've got Chelsea at home. Yeah, they're getting walloped. They're getting way too cheeky, them Chelsea fans, mate.
See, now I don't think so. I think Chelsea will.
Who'd be in goal by the time we get Chelsea? Would it be Sanchez or Martinez?
It better be Martinez. I'll tell you what, it better be Martinez before they play us, because if Sanchez in goal, we'll win that game 7-0.
Their defense is shit as well.
He is one of the worst goalkeepers I have ever seen in my life. I mean, in my entire life of watching football. That's over 40.
But he'll fall upwards. He'll probably be third choice at fucking Real Madrid or something.
He's
do you know what I mean? He'll end up at Bayern Munich as Mariki scored, yeah? My baller scored. Yeah, my baller scored, yeah? Yeah, my baller's in Turkey now. Can you stop donating? I need to go. I'm half hour late. I might just bin this watch off on. I might just bin it off. Yeah, no, I will.
You've already advertised it. Everton are in.
It was like that.
Everton 1-0 up.
Leon's just landed. My boy's back again. He's not finished. He is finished, but he's not 28. He's 44. He's cooking up a store. He's cooking up food. He is finished though. He's from Finland. Matty, the NFL approved the sale of Seattle Seahawks. Why does the NFL have to approve the sale of a franchise? Also, the Braves beat the Dodgers. I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah. I know what you mean. About the Braves.
Baseball?
Baseball, yeah. My Atlanta Braves. They beat the Dodgers, but we need to do it in the playoffs. It's one thing to do it in the regular season. Can you do it when it counts? And then as far as
like Arsenal, mate.
Yeah, man. There's some parallels there. If with the Seattle Seahawks deal, I mean, it's just kind of the way it is. But I can tell you what, these franchises, these NFL franchises, and these teams are getting more and more expensive. Did y'all see the sale of the Lakers last week before last? They bought it. I think the Lakers. I think we got bought out last year for $12 million, and they turned around and sold it for 17 or 15 million this year. So
is that all? I thought it'd be worth more.
It is. That's a hell of a lot of money. We the most expensive franchise in the league. The Lakers.
I thought it'd be more than that.
I thought it'd be
billion.
Billion. I thought you said
that's
million.
what I was thinking.
I'm sorry,
I thought you said million. I thought
if I said million. I'm sorry. If I said million, I apologize. Billion.
Wow.
Billion. Bought it for 12. I bought it for 12, and I think they sold 17.
Wow. That's
right.
crazy.
Well, I will do the watch along. So I'll be there in about 3 or 4 minutes. DJ, love you, brother. Matty, love you, brother. Kenny, love you, brother.
Love the podcast. We're back. We're back.
We're back with a bang. I'm 27 minutes late for the Real Madrid game. I think it's still 0-0.
Don't be 30 minutes late. We've got to go then.
Well, I need to go for a piss. But a hand into that ashtray because my barmaid.
Great stream, guys.
And I'll be back with rants at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So the Champions League draw will be live because I can't do it Friday. I'm going to Seville on Friday.
You know what? Rants has been doing some really, really topical stuff, man. Not football related, but it's some of the stuff Rants says about relationships.
He's hilarious, bro. It's true.
It's so funny. It's so true as well.
Yeah, he did the Bruno Fernandes files the other day. He called him fucking Fernanstein or something. There was on that bombshell, read the other channel. Yeah, and I'll be there in 3. We're out. Love.
See you later.
Brothers.